Pitches, Adames launches one way up into the air into left field. This one's got a chance. Turning Benintendi, Willie Adames with his first big league hit. It's a home run against Chris Sale.
Today's game is brought to you by Tropicana Pure Premium. Bring out your best you. Kane's Furniture, quality, selection, value. That's the confidence of Kane's Furniture.
Pilar holds the pitch. Is strike 3 called on the outside corner at 98, and Blake Snell gets his 11th strikeout.
Papa John's, locally owned and operated. Crown Automotive, the better way to buy for 50 years. And Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Swing and a drive! Deep left field, to the wall, it's a walk-off grand slam! D-Rob comes off the bench, and he hits the slam, and the Rays win!
To bring you the play-by-play of today's game, here are the voices of the Rays, Andy Freed and Dave Wills.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Tampa Bay Rays Baseball. Along with Andy Freed, I am Dave Wills, and we are inside Oracle Park in San Francisco, California, as the Tampa Bay Rays get ready to take on the San Francisco Giants in the first of 3 games in this series. It's the first trip for the Rays as the Rays to this ballpark. They were here back in 2002, and Andy Freed, a lot of pomp and circumstances you would expect in this beautiful ballpark with opening day, and they're remembering a lot of their greats from yesteryear, Willie McCovey among others. They are right now, there's a number 44 on the infield near first base as he passed away during the offseason. Peter McGowan, one of their CEOs, passed away as well. All kinds of honors before. Frank Robinson played here. You had Hank Greenwald, legendary broadcaster. So a lot of emotion for a San Francisco Giants team that's kind of stumbling out of the gates. You know, they're what, 2-5 so far, but every one of their losses has been 2 runs or less. They've been in almost every game. They just have not. You can look at it one way or another. You can say either they're finding ways to lose or just can't find a way to win.
Or maybe they just don't have it to put it over the top this year. It's extremely early. 1 week on the road, but they had a listless series in San Diego. They got beat up a bit in key moments against the Dodgers, their rivals down the coast a little bit. So some are wondering, are the Giants an aging team, or are they a group that has just enough veterans to be able to deal with this and put it over the top? They think their bullpen is very good. They definitely have some question marks in their starting rotation. And last year they were 29th in baseball in runs scored. So there's plenty of questions about the Giants coming in. But celebratory it is. Somber, though, indeed, here with the deaths of so many figures that played prominently in Giants history. This is the 62nd season in San Francisco, 137th as a franchise. And, boy, they do have some.
Hey, better. Postseason epic offer. Bet $1 to win $100 if either team gets a hit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, and make it rain.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
If by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment, coming from an expert.
With a Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
AM 620.
Okay. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and they are presented by Republic Bank. It's just easier here for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays, who come in with a record of 5-2 so far this season. It'll be Austin Meadows, to lead things off, and he is in right field. Tommy Pham will hit second, play left. Hitting third, playing first, Ji-Man Choi. Brandon Lau's the second baseman. He'll hit cleanup. Hitting in the fifth spot is the third baseman, Yandy Diaz. Kevin Kiermaier is in center field. He hits sixth. Hitting seventh, playing shortstop, Willie Adames. Michael Perez is going to do the catching today. He hits eighth, and hitting in the number 9 spot is the pitcher, and that's Tyler Glasnow. So it's Meadows, Pham, and Choi, Lau, Diaz, and Kiermaier, Adames, Perez, and Glasnow for Kevin Cash and the Tampa Bay Rays. On the hill for the San Francisco Giants, Derek Rodriguez. We'll have more on him in just a little bit. For the San Francisco Giants batting order, 2-5 on the year. It'll be Steven Duggar. He's in right field leading it off. Brandon Belt's at first base. He bats second. Batting third, third baseman, Evan Longoria. Buster Posey's the cleanup hitter, and he will bat fourth. Batting fifth and shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Gerardo Parra is the left fielder, and he bats sixth. Batting seventh in center field, Kevin Pillar. Joe Panik's the second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, it is Derek Rodriguez. So it's Duggar, Belt, and Longoria, Posey, Crawford, Parra, Pillar, Panik, and Rodriguez for Bruce Bochy and the San Francisco Giants. Bochy announcing prior to the season that this would be his last year. He threw out one of the ceremonial first pitches. Our pitching preview brought to you by Cane's Furniture. And again, on the mound is Derek Rodriguez. It's presented by Cane's Furniture, quality, selection, value. That's the confidence of Cane's Furniture. Guy that might hit 91, 92 on occasion, but he's going to mix, work both sides of the plate. And really not a hard thrower. It'll be interesting to see how the Rays adapt to seeing a guy like him after the guys we saw in the homestand. We're ready for baseball, San Francisco style. And they call the play-by-play for the first couple. Here's Andy.
David, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you from the shores of San Francisco Bay. And Derek Rodriguez's first pitch is ball one high at 136. We are underway. Did I hear 67 degrees? Meadows swings and misses at the all-speed. Or was it 57?
I would think it's closer to 57.
I think so, too. Yeah, 57 degrees is the official game time temp. Under cloudy skies. But what a gorgeous view in this ballpark. Looking out over San Francisco Bay, the wind is blowing across from right field out towards center. Meadows lifts one in the air towards left, not all that deep and playable. Gerardo Parra back a step now, in and in his tracks, reaches over with an orange-looking mitt and makes the catch. First out here in game one of the series.
Defensively for the Giants, it is Parra in left, Kevin Pillar in center. Steven Duggar, who can go get it, he's in right. Infield third to first, Evan Longoria, Brandon Crawford, Joe Panik, and Brandon Belt, and then the battery of Derek Rodriguez and Buster Posey. Our umpires, Kerwin Danley, calling the balls and strikes. Greg Gibson at first, Trip Gibson at second, Nick Lentz at third.
Here comes Tommy Pham, right-hand batter for the Rays. He's the most experienced in this ballpark of anyone in this roster. And he takes a first pitch strike, a high fastball there, and it's 0-1. Coming here many times as a member of the Cardinals. Rodriguez, the righty, delivers. Breaking ball low outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. But it is definitely a unique outfield configuration here in San Francisco. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez from a windup delivers. Fastball swing and a miss. 1-2 with 339 in left, 382 left center, 399 to straightaway center. 421 in Triples Alley up the gap in right center, but only 309 to right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pham rolls one on the ground to Longoria at third. Evan charging, now fields and unloads to first on the run. Number 2 here in the first inning. We'll leave it for Ji-Man Choi.
Patented Longoria defensive move, charging the baseball and then throwing an off-balance toss as he's moving toward first base. And still, again, a decent defender. Maybe not as good as he was a few years ago, but still a very good defender and a guy who's going to make most plays over there at third base.
Here's Ji-Man Choi with 2 out, nobody on. Rodriguez out of his line, and the pitch to Choi is a strike at the letters on the outside. A high strike call there from home plate umpire Kerwin Danley. 0-1. And now the Giants are going to employ their first shift. Longoria goes to the right of second base. Crawford back to a normal shortstop spot. Backdoor breaking ball by Rodriguez outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll keep an eye on the flags. I'm noticing just how much they are rippling with the winds coming off the bay. It's definitely a pitcher's sort of ballpark. Deep alleys. Choi lines one down the left field line. It gets in there. A fair ball for a base hit by the bullpen mound up against the sidewall. Choi is around first and into second base, and the Rays get a 2-out double by Ji-Man Choi.
He's kind of served it down the line, and took a little while for Parra to go gather it in. And G-Man with his first extra base hit of the season. A guy that, again, all his hits, all his times on base have been from base hits. got one that was kind of drifting away from him and just kind of short swung, nice quick, and kind of poked it down that left field line and stands at second base with the Rays. Give it a chance now to get on the board here in the first inning.
They got a chance as Brandon Lau comes up. Left-hand batting cleanup hitter. Showing some signs of coming out of the early over with a home run and towards the middle of the homestand. And the pitch swung on the miss. Kevin Cash was asked today who on the Rays could get a splash hit, and that is over the right field wall and over the promenade and into the water. And his thought was Brandon Lau might have the best shot. Maybe Kiermaier, but it's a tremendously long drive to get it out there. Not many can do it. 0-1 the count. The stretch from Rodriguez. Here it comes to Lau. Swing and a miss. Changing speeds on him, and Brandon's out in front. It's 0-2. They have a running tally of how many splash hits there have ever been at this ballpark. 78 of them by Giants. I don't know the total of how many visiting players have done it. 0-2 the count to Lau. Chokes up on the bat a little bit. White batting gloves. And they're bobbing up and down as he awaits on the 0-2 pitch by Rodriguez. Line drive down the right field line, and that's hooked in a fair ball up against the 309 sign, and will give the Rays the lead. In to score is Choi. Lau on his way to second, and on an 0-2 pitch, a double by Brandon Lau has given the Rays a 1-0 lead.
G-Man goes down the left field line for his double, and Brandon Lau got on top of that baseball and ripped it down the right field line. For Brandon, that's his first double of the season. Third run batted in, so the Rays with what they did a lot on the homestand, a little two-out rally going here. And don't stop now as Yandy Diaz will bat for the first time. But, again, trying to gauge Derek Rodriguez, not the flamethrower that we've seen on most of the homestand. When you think about two of the starters for the Houston Astros and then two of the three starters, or not all of them, for the Colorado Rockies. I mean, Rays have been accustomed to seeing some velocity. Rodriguez isn't going to break the radar gun, and that's just an adjustment the Rays are going to have to make.
The Rays have the lead on Lau's RBI double, and up steps Yandy Diaz, who missed Wednesday's game with a tweaked ankle after he had gone in somewhat tricky to second base 2 different times in Tuesday's game. He sat out, and there was a clear spot where he could have pinch hit. But the Rays really wanted to give him the day anyway, and then double it up with yesterday's team off day. 1 ball, no strikes. Rodriguez throws. Breaking ball at the knees for a strike. It's 1-1.
This has been a little bit of an issue for the Giants, falling behind early in games. They're an offense that's not really built around getting the line moving, although in one of the games against the Dodgers, they did bat around, but they're really an offense that's built around a little more power. So if you can keep them in the park and you score early like the Rays are, you put yourself in a pretty good spot to beat this team.
Big lead at second for Lau. Rodriguez looks at him and now throws. Diaz takes. Oh, a strike called over the outside by Kerwin Danley. A breaking ball looked like. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 now. Rodriguez has some pretty good hair flow going on. They almost Samardzija-like. They look similar from a distance on the mound.
Got a few guys with hair flow on this team.
They do. 1-2 the count. Here it is. Fly ball to deep left field. Parra going back to the wall, and it's gone. Home run. A 2-run homer for Yandy Diaz, and the Rays making themselves comfortable here in San Francisco. It is 3-0 in the first.
Well, once again, Derek Rodriguez able to get ahead of the hitter. 1-2, and then he made a mistake, and Yandy Diaz was able to lift that one into the seats just about a row deep for his second home run of the season. RBIs 2 and 3. And the Rays have indeed put a crooked number up on the board here in the first inning in San Francisco. Looked like he might have tried to sneak a breaking ball by him, and it just hung. And Yandy able to provide a lot of that power to get it out of the ballpark.
And with 2 out, there were 2 out, no one on when this rally started. Now 3 runs are home, and here's Kevin Kiermaier. Left-hand batter takes fastball high, 1-0. Derek Rodriguez was not initially going to be a pitcher. He was drafted as an outfielder by the Minnesota Twins in 2011. 6th round pick for them. There's a swing and a miss by Kiermaier, 1-1. And when you're the son of a Hall of Famer and really a face of baseball through much of the 90s and onward, and Ivan Pud Rodriguez, that's always going to be in the shadow, at least to a degree. Kiermaier lifts one in the air towards right center field, towards Triple's alley. This one back to the wall, and this one is gone. to the left of the 421 sign. A home run for Kevin Kiermaier, and the Rays now have a 4-0 lead.
Back-to-back doubles and now back-to-back homers. And Kiermaier with his second of the season. 6th run batted in. And you were talking about how Kevin Cash thought that Brandon Lau could hit one into the bay. Well, Kevin Kiermaier's got some sneaky power too, and that ball was properly struck. To get it out over there, wow. Woof.
Never having been here in person, but watching a lot of games that are televised here, I can't think of that many homers that go out there. That was some shot. 2 outs, still nobody on, and here's Willy Adames. And Willie's standing in as a right-hand batter, takes first pitch low, 1-0. How about a first inning for the Rays? It's the fourth
ball after 2 outs.
Yeah, and nobody on. Double, homer. Adames takes, and that one's too far down. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Willie could use something going his way. He's 1 for 23 with 13 strikeouts to start the season. 2-0. Now the turn of the rubber, and the pitch all the way. It's popped in the air, foul off the first base side, and this one will land in a camera well hanging off the second deck.
That's a little old school look.
It is.
The camera well hanging off of the facade there, and saw that in a lot of older ballparks. You haven't seen it so much nowadays. It seems like they kind of build in that camera well.
Adames takes a pitch from Rodriguez, and he's low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. So 3-1 to Adames. 7th man to bat in this tremendous first inning for the Rays. The right-hander to the plate, 3-1. Swung on and foul. Willie thought he had a pitch to hit there and opened up, but fouled it straight back, and it is 3-2.
Willie's swing looks a little long right now.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 25 pitches for Derek Rodriguez. Derek is his middle name. He actually is Ivan Rodriguez, just like his dad, but different middle name. The 3-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball right to shortstop. Played back on by Brandon Crawford. Short-handed shortstop, throws to first in time for the out. But a 2-out, big first inning for the Tampa Bay Rays. Back-to-back doubles and back-to-back homers into the end of half an inning in San Francisco. It's the Rays 4. Giants on the way against Tyler Glasnow after this on the Rays Radio Network.
Every 51 minutes, someone dies in a drunk driving crash. If you think it can't happen to you,
It's baseball season, and at DraftKings, play ball means you play free. That's right, play free for thousands in prizes all season long. So while your team is making some epic plays, know that you're taking some epic wins. Just download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft your winning lineup, and play free for thousands in prizes every week this season. DraftKings, make it rain.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sport clips, sport clips, sport clips!
Next up, lumpy heads.
If by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
That's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say... Oh.
And saving lives together.
Hi, this is Jake Freer. Rays Baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
Let's take a look at the Canes pitching preview for right-hander Tyler Glasnow. And again, very good in his last start against Houston. 5 innings, 6 hits, only 1 run. More of the same today would be just fine. And again, pitching preview presented by Canes Furniture. Quality selection value, that's the confidence of Canes Furniture.
Stephen Duggar, a left-hand batter, is going to lead off for San Francisco. Rookie corner outfielder, and he takes a first pitch strike from Glasnow. We'll keep an eye on mechanically what Tyler's going to do. scrapping the hitch that he worked on a lot during spring training. It's a smooth delivery now, and a slow ground ball by the mound. Into shortstop, and at shortstop the field is Willie Adamas, who throws him out. A couple of pitches, one away.
Let's take a look at the defensive alignments for the visiting Rays. And in the outfield, Tommy Pham in left, Kevin Kiermaier in center, Austin Meadows in right. Infield third to first, Yandy Diaz, Willie Adamas, Brandon Lau, G-Man Choi, in the battery of Tyler Glasnow and Michael Perez. Well, the Rays put 4 runs on the board in the top of the inning, and now for Tyler Glasnow, go a long way toward helping your team win a ball game. I know it's only the first inning, but if you can put together a nice, quiet, shutdown inning, it's a huge step in the right direction.
Sure is. And the Rays are putting a 4-man outfield with Brandon Belt coming up. And first pitch to this left-hand batter is too high from Glasnow, 0-1. So the Rays have Choi at first. Lau they put in the outfield. Adamas to the right of second base. And no, that's, wait a minute, help me here. That's Diaz in left. Third base area, that's
Willie.
Adamas.
Yes.
So Lau is the second baseman staying on the infield out towards right center field. Belt lifts one in the air, way up there, right center field. It's carrying, but Kiermaier up Triples Alley is shy of the track to catch it in out number 2.
Hardly had to move. Would that be like
Longoria.
You hear the theme from Tantric, Down and Out, as Evan Longoria is introduced here at San Francisco for the first time playing ever against the Rays. And it looks weird. I know he was there last year, but to see him in another uniform and wearing number 10, still
hearing that music.
And hearing that music. It doesn't look quite right. And here comes Evan against the Rays. The first pitch by Glasnow is a strike over the outside 0-1. Evan, who has made more consecutive opening day starts at third base than any other third baseman in baseball. 0-1 the count. Glasnow sets and throws. Swing and a miss at the high heat at 98. And it's 0-2. 4-0 Rays, 2 out in the first. Evan entrenched in the Tampa Bay community. And one of the most important athletes, I think, ever to come through our region. Not just in baseball. Glasnow throws 0-2. Breaking ball just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 now to Longoria, who knocked in the first Giants run of the season in their second game of the year. And it came in the 9th inning. They were close to being shut out back-to-back games in San Diego. 1-2. Glasnow deals. Breaking ball. He takes it low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I said that in the home run that Yandy Diaz hit, 373 feet, and he probably busted his bat while he did it.
How does that? That's incredible. That's hard to do. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Longo. Hands held high, the familiar batting stance. Glasnow throws, fastball swung on and fouled straight back. 2-2.
98 on that fastball again. Probably a little further down than they would like. Like to try and get Evan to chase that pitch up and try and get on top of 98. And Evan, like a lot of guys, has a little trouble doing that.
It's hard to hit 98. Letter high. 98 wherever. 2-2 the count with 2 out, nobody on. Glasnow throws, and he swings and taps it near Buster Posey in the on-deck area. Left of home plate. The Giants have the third base dugout here in San Francisco. The Rays, the visitors, on the first base side. The bullpens are in play. Obviously foul territory, but one of the last remaining stadiums like Tropicana Field that has the bullpens in play down each foul line. 2-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Evan gave up on it, and Glasnow dropped it in towards the inside portion, and Tyler Glasnow with a nice shutdown first inning. The Rays in control early on out west. End of 1. Rays 4, San Francisco nothing on the Rays.
It's baseball season, and at DraftKings, play ball means you play free. That's right, play free for thousands in prizes all season long. So while your team is making some epic plays, know that you're taking some epic wins. Just download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, craft your winning lineup, and play free for thousands in prizes every week this season. DraftKings, make it rain.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We're not just about hair. We're also about convenience. Sport Clips app. Check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
Convenience.
Sport Clips!
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
That's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, but it's now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking. Near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Ronnie and T-Kraz on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Rays with 4 in the first, looking to add on here in the second. Michael Perez, Tyler Glasnow, and then Austin Meadows 8-9-1 for the Rays against Derek Rodriguez.
All those runs scoring with 2 out in the first. And Michael Perez lifts one in the air to straightaway center field. Playable in front of the 399 sign. And to his left, Kevin Pillar makes the catch for the first out.
If Rays pitchers strike out 10 batters during a home game, take your ticket stub to any Cane's Furniture store. Within 3 days, we'll receive a coupon for 1 free taco, chips, and medium soft drink at participating Tijuana Flats locations. Restrictions apply. For more information, visit canesstrikeout.com.
1 out, nobody on, and Tyler Glasnow, who is a left-handed hitter, stands in. He's a right-hand thrower, but a left-hand hitter, and he swings and misses. And that's always a little dangerous because the right arm,
your pitching arm, is exposed.
Exactly. It is right there to be hit if the pitcher comes inside. 0-1. And the right-hander throws. He bunts it third base side towards Longoria. Here comes Evan. Picks it up with a glove. Off-balance throw to first. Just in time to get Glasnow's. Not a bad bunt. When's the last time you saw a pitcher try to bunt for a hit? But there's the patented Longoria play at third.
And everybody involved with the Rays is watching Tyler Glasnow sprint down the line, and they're going, no, no, no. And so I think Kyle Snyder's over there talking to him right now saying, all right, I like your idea, but don't do that again, please. We don't need any pulled hamstrings or quads or anything else like that. And that looked a lot like what Nolan Arenado did the other day against Willie Adames.
Austin Meadows with 2 out, nobody on. He flied to left to open the game, and he takes first pitch low, 1-0.
Talked about how smooth Evan was at coming in on plays just like that. And boy, that was the 2 plays he's made defensively brought back a lot of memories.
Yes, they have. He takes a strike, does Meadows. It's 1-1. Well, I mean, Evan's always going to be tied in with their franchise's history. I think Kevin Cash put it best. All the big moments for this franchise, Evan was either a part of them or was surely there for them. He's synonymous with winning baseball with the Rays and turning the franchise around. Probably the most important Ray ever as Meadows takes a breaking ball outside 2-1. You take Evan out of the equation. Who knows how much the Rays win as a franchise? Do they ever really turn it around? On 2-1, slice of the air towards left near the foul line. Gerardo Parra coming into his glove side. Back of the bullpen mound now makes the catch, retiring to side, and the Rays are gone 1-2-3 in this second. 1.5 gone by in San Francisco. It's Rays 4, Giants nothing on the Rays.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We study the benefits of our tea tree infused, perfectly steamed hot towel with intense focus. Okay, what are we feeling now?
Sport Clips.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Hear yourself. Think.
Baseball's.
Hey, this is Tyler Glasnow. Rays Baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
Tyler Glasnow on to start the second inning against Buster Posey, who had hip surgery during the offseason.
He did. Right hip surgery, right hip batter, and he takes outside from Glasnow 1-0. He is 31 years of age.
Still looks 23.
Boy, he does. Baby-faced. Glasnow throws 1-0. Line drive up the middle, base hit into center field. So the longtime Giants catcher, who was first to bat of this season at home, and the Giants have their first hit of the game.
Well, with all the talk about Evan Longoria facing the Rays for the first time since being traded, a lot of the narrative about Buster Posey and why he wasn't picked by the Rays really has been on the back burner, not even hardly talked at all. It's been talked out. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, we've touched on it ad nauseum when they faced off against each other back in 16, and Tim Beckham was with the team. But you can't help as you look out and you see World Series champs of 2010, 12, and 14, and wonder what if. What if?
Brandon Crawford, left-hand batting shortstop, takes first pitch at the knees for a called strike from Glasnow, and it is 0-1. Every organization has guys that they should have drafted. But for the Rays, I think because it was such an egregious miss, Crawford takes above the letters high, 1 ball, 1 strike, and then the player that they took instead never really panned out. And it was a position and from the side of the plate, everything the Rays needed. But you're right, it is talked out. I mean, that's one that the Rays have had to live with. 1 ball and 1 strike to Crawford. Glasnow throws breaking ball, check swing, and he went, said Kerwin Danley. Strike 2 call, 1-2.
Well, the Rays saw the Giants back in 2016 at Tropicana Field, and the Giants just kind of toyed with the Rays that weekend. And kind of forgotten about some of the things that went on, but the first night between these two teams, it was a packed house. It was Pride Night.
That's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glasnow on top. Middle infield a double play. And there's a ground ball to the right side. Fielding is Choi. Bobbles. Picks it up. Throws high to first. Glasnow off the bag. And that will be the first error of the year by the Rays. The only team in baseball without an error. And Choi just committed one. And it's 2-0, nobody out.
Couldn't have come on an easier play either. That's just an easy ground ball. And I just think that I'm not sure what happened to G-Man unless he probably just took his eye off of the ball to see just how far he was going to have to get the ball to Tyler Glasnow. But boy, that's you got to get it out there, and G-Man knows that. It hasn't always been an oil painting when it comes to G-Man and his defense over there at first, but ultimately he's made the play. This time he didn't. He panicked a little bit, and you can't get a 6'9" guy covering the bag. You threw it away. You threw it way off the bag.
So Posey at second, Crawford to first, nobody out here. It's Gerardo Parra. Left-hand batting Giants left fielder. Glasnow throws, bunted, third base side, foul. There the third base coach for the Giants. Got Ron Wotus over there. All right, 0-1 the count. Yep, Ron Wotus coaching third base for San Francisco. 0-1 the count to Gerardo Parra. So the Rays defense breathing a little life into the San Francisco offense. As you mentioned last year, they were 29th out of the 30 teams in runs scored. So you don't want to help them out. Here's a breaking ball low and a good block down by Michael Perez, the catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Giants are heading in a new direction. I mean, the manager, Bruce Bochy, beloved here in San Francisco, threw out the first pitch with his boys behind him. The team forming kind of a half moon around the back of the mound. 1 ball and 1 strike. Popped him up out of play, but Farhan Zaidi, the president of baseball operations coming from the Dodgers, is going to put his stamp on this team. And from last year, 2 Hunters are not here, Hunter Pence and Hunter Strickland. But, the guys that they got are more veteran players. And the Giants farm system, not known for being one of the top ones in the game right now. So they could be, if they get off to a slow start this year, and they have so far, it could be, I don't know if you would call full rebuild mode, but they might have to do something like that. The predictions for the Giants this year are not exactly optimistic. In the National League West, that's not only powerful with the Dodgers and the Rockies, but a team up and coming like San Diego. There's a swing and a foul back by Parra. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, where does that leave the Giants? A veteran team. I mean, there's a lot of guys here that were with them when they were winning championships. Posey and Bell, Panic and Crawford. And then now Evan in the mix. But pitching-wise, they've become a little aged. Their bullpen they feel good about. 4-0 Rays in the bottom of the second, but Posey and Crawford are aboard with nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to left-handed batting Parra. The stretch from Glasnow, he delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went down and in to take care of Parra, and there is one away.
That awkward time where you're chanting, "Let's go Giants," and then right after that, your guy strikes out. The day after the Rays score 6 runs, get 50% off your entire online order at papajohns.com when you use the Papa John's mobile app with promo code RAYS6. Locally owned and operated.
Here's Kevin Pillar. Just got a nice hand from the crowd for his first at-bat as a Giant at home. Appeared late in the game on Wednesday in L.A. It's the first pitch called strike over the inside. Now, we're very familiar with Pillar. Very good defensive player. I mean, he was one of the better hitters for the Blue Jays. On a Blue Jays team that struggled offensively, even though they were in a very good hitter's park. Hit .252 last year. That was the highest average on the Blue Jays. On 0-1, he swings and fouls one back. And it is 0-2. He had 40 doubles, which is a career high, and that led the Blue Jays, as did 14 stolen bases. He had 15 homers and 59 runs batted in. Career high in homers, or in RBIs, I should say. But his acquisition moves Stephen Duggar, who was going to be their center fielder, to a corner spot. He's playing right field today. 0-2 the count. You've got to have a good center fielder in this place with the big alleys. There's a swing and a foul. He just got a piece of the plate, and that also got a piece out of Michael Perez. 0-2. It remains to Pillar, and Perez is going to have to walk that off. He got him in the leg somewhere. No balls and 2 strikes. All right, well, Perez, they're giving him a chance here. He's on his knees behind the plate, and home plate umpire Kerwin Danley made a social visit to the mound. Didn't exactly see where it got him, but and now a fresh set of baseballs for Kerwin Danley. So everybody doing what they can to buy a little time here for Michael Perez, the catcher.
Not a whole lot you can do when it hit where it hit. You just got to hope the ouch goes away in a little while.
0-2. He says he's ready to go. Pillar standing in, a free swinger. He will chase. Glasnow on top and delivers. Swung on and fouled back onto the screen with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Look at Glasnow. 27 pitches, 20 for strikes. Very good ratio for him. He can have bouts of wildness. But he gave up an early run to the Astros, the first inning homer by Alex Bregman, and then really shut it down. And while his pitch counts were relatively high in the first 2 innings, he threw like 30-some pitches over the remaining 3. And cruised those last couple innings. He throws 0-2, line drive right center field. Kiermaier to his left, into the alley. He chases it down. And the runners go back. And I always think there's a friendly or maybe not so friendly competition between Pillar and Kiermaier on who's the better defensive outfielder. Of course, we think Kiermaier, but I think it must feel good for Kiermaier to chase that one down. Let's pause for station identification now on the Tampa Bay Rays Radio Network.
WTAE St. Petersburg, WBTP HD3 Clearwater, W224BE Brandon, and W237CW Pinellas Park.
With Dave Wills, I'm Andy Freed. John Murray is our engineer. Good to renew acquaintances with our good friend John. And back in the network studios, Tom Ponzo. The Rays have a 4-0 lead in San Francisco, and Joe Panic, left-hand batter, looks at a strike. It's 0-1. Rays had 2 out, nobody on in the first. A double by Choi, a double by Lau, a homer from Yandy Diaz, and then another homer by Kevin Kiermaier. And the Rays have a 4-0 lead, but after 2 more on with none out here in the second, now there's 2 down, and the runners still where they are at first and second. And Panic takes fastball at the letters high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you got to remember, again, as a National League pitcher, you got the pitcher spot next. That you got a base open. Doesn't matter if it would have been first base or second base. Just don't let Panic beat you here.
1-1. Glass now down the hill. Back to a breaking ball. Called strike. And it is 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The outfield well to the opposite side here against Panic. They don't think the Rays don't think that Panic has any chance of pulling the ball down the line or putting it in the straightaway right against Glasnow. Here comes to the plate. 1-2. Breaking ball blocked low out of the dirt nicely by Perez up the first base line. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Panic coming off a not so good year offensively. And, part of the reason why the Giants didn't score a lot of runs are not getting much offense from guys like Joe Panic. Evan led the team in homers, but he only had 16. Granted, Belt had an off offensive year. They traded McCutchen. 2-2 the count. Now the pitch. And the dirt outside by a lot. And another good block out of the dirt by Perez, and it is 3-2. So a full count. And as Dave said, he doesn't have to give in here to Panic with a pitcher on deck, but it would be nice if he can get Panic, and then you'd have the pitcher leading off next inning. And Rodriguez, not much. Although you'd think he'd be a better hitter. Being drafted as a hitter, but just 3 for 34 career at the plate. He'd be next. 3-2, and the runners will be going now. Posey from second and Crawford from first. Glasnow coming home. Looped foul over third and out of play. Deep into the first deck. And 3-2. I mean, I'm sure it's a sold-out crowd today. Up in the reaches of the left field upper deck. It doesn't appear to be totally packed, but I'm sure this place is sold out. A lot of construction going in and around the ballpark. Wasn't the easiest place to get into today, but boy, once you're in, this place sparkles. And the sun is coming out. You see some blue skies. The runners go. The 3-2 pitch is high. He walked him. It's ball 4 to Panic. He was ahead 1-2 and let him get away, and the bases are loaded. And now he's got to get the pitcher, Rodriguez, to end this.
Well, the bad news is that when you lose a guy, the number 8 guy, if you had a 1-2 count against him and you walk him, that's the bad news. The good news is that you do have the pitcher spot coming up here, but the bad news on top of that would have been when you're headed to the number 8 guy and you get him out, it would have been nice to start the next inning with the pitcher coming up, and now Tyler's got no wiggle room left.
So right-hand hitting pitcher, and he rolls one right to Choi at first, who will call off Glasnow and take it to the bag. All it took was one pitch, and the Giants leave the bases loaded. Through 2 in San Francisco, Rays 4, Giants nothing on the Rays Radio Network.
Pain happens in many forms, but that doesn't scare Blue Emu. Delivering fast-acting pain relief in a cream, spray, and lidocaine in a soft foam applicator. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. Official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sports!
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
To run a growing business,
for the best Rays conversation, listen to the Ron and Ian Show weekday afternoons at 3 on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Duke Energy is proud to support the Rays and Tampa Bay area veterans. For every Rays win, Duke Energy donates $1,000 to area agencies working to support our veterans. Duke Energy, powering Florida with more than just energy. Done with 2. Giants leave them loaded in the second. We go to the third. The Rays enjoying a 4-0 lead with Tommy Pham, Ji-Man Choi, Brandon Lau to come up. And back for the play-by-plays. We go to this third inning. We send it over to Dave Wills.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. And Tommy Pham will lead things off. Tommy grounded a third his only time up, and the first pitch to him is in there for strike one. Pham, Choi, and then Brandon Lau against Derek Rodriguez, who got the first 2 guys out in the first inning and then had some troubles. There's a swing and a little flare off the glove of the first baseman, Brandon Belt, and into right field for a base hit. And Tommy Pham continues to get on base as he leads off this third inning with a single, and now he is atop the leaderboard for the Rays all by his lonesome as far as getting on base. That is now what? 40 consecutive games. And how about this? He's reached base in 45 of 47 games that he's played as a member of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Look at that. What an impact.
So here's Ji-Man Choi. Rays trying to add on to their 4-0 lead. Infield for the Giants looking to turn 2, and the pitch is taken high for ball 1. Our engineer here, John Murray, showing incredible patience.
He is.
Dealing with this TV in our booth, this monitor. Choi doubled down the left field line and then scored first of the 4 Rays runs. The 1-0. Swinging a little tapper foul at the first base side. We'll get to do it again. So with Tommy Pham's base hit, that's now 40 consecutive games, the new all-time leader in that category for the Rays, passing Johnny Damon.
Johnny hit 39 in a row in 2011, the lone year he was with the Rays.
Pham a little bigger lead over there at first as Belt holds him on, but he's off the bag. And the pitch, check swing taken high, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Rays with this 5-2 mark. The only other team that had ever done that, the 2017 Rays. I forgot about that. It was only just a couple of years ago.
Soon we forget.
Throw to first, runner back. And you go back to that 3-game series against these Giants at Tropicana Field. It was a weekend, and it was, kind of a somber / celebratory tone on Pride Night because it was not too long after what happened in Orlando, where a number of people were killed, and Rays helped raise over $300,000. So there's a check swing, and I think G-Man went. But third base umpire Nick Lentz said he didn't. And the count 3 balls, 1 strike. And the Rays lost a tough one there and then got beat on Saturday. And then Sunday, it just, the whole time it seemed like the Giants were kind of toying with the Rays. We're going to let you think you got a shot. And then they get a couple of runs late and just kind of leave. And Rays did not do a lot of damage that particular weekend with runners in scoring position. It was really a frustrating weekend.
It was, and I remember at the time the Giants were like the hottest team going in baseball. The first half that year, they were probably the best team. They tanked
3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 3-2.
And then it looked like they were getting hot in the postseason. They won the wild card game against the Mets with a home run in extras, and then got pretty
probably
darn close.
Should have beat the Cubs.
That's right.
Their bullpen had imploded. Matt Moore pitched a wonderful game against the Cubs, and probably could have knocked the Cubs out.
Absolutely.
Cubs ended up going on to win the World Series that year. 3-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. G-Man couldn't get it. And he's out number 1 here in the third, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Derek Rodriguez.
The Giants had a weird year that year. And, one thing about that series that stands out is that what was the final games for Matt Duffy in a Giants uniform? He got injured at Tropicana Field, and he had homered in that series, too. And he spent a lot of that summer injured, and he had a great consecutive game streak going on. And then later on that summer, he got traded for Matt Moore to the Rays.
So 1 on, 1 out. Here's Brandon Lau. He doubled down the right field line his first time. Pham a good lead at first. The pitch to Brandon grounded sharply to first. Handled by Belt. He goes to second out. Turned back to first. Not in time. So they get the lead runner. It goes 3-6 on the fielder's choice. But Brandon was able to beat the back end of the possible double play, and so the inning will continue for Yandy Diaz.
Now, and I wonder if Belt, and this is hindsight, but if Belt might have been able to step on the bag and still have time to throw to second to get a tag down on Tommy Pham. Now, I can understand getting the lead run there. That makes a lot of sense of the lead runner. But he probably one slide step to the left. He's got the force, and then the throw, I think, would have been in time, but Rays will get the inning alive there.
So Lau leads at first. The pitch to Yandy Diaz with a new bat. Takes one a couple of baseballs off the plate for strike one. The rumbling we're hearing up here in the press box was that he did indeed break his bat as he hit one over the wall out there and left. Now time called. With 370 plus feet. Four-0 Rays. We're in the top of the third. Sun is out now here in San Francisco. And the pitch. It's low and inside. 1-1 strike.
Out brilliantly. This field is lit up in gorgeous glowing sunshine. And boy, what a view do we have over San Francisco Bay. Looking all the way across to the mountains that surround the ballpark and go around. They've got a port that comes out from behind the right field, the corner area. So picturesque.
Now the 1-1. Here's a swing and a grounder toward third. Charging, getting on a big hop was Evan, and he throws across in front of the time, and the Rays are finished here in the third. They get a hit, but that's it. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3 here in San Francisco. It's the Rays.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We study the benefits of our tea tree infused perfectly steamed hot towel with intense focus. Okay, what are we feeling now?
Sport clips.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Actually, manager of the Giants in the New York days. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1954. So that's why Evan could not wear number 3. But there were some other single digits he could have taken, but he wears 10.
First pitch swinging is Steven Duggar, and he fouls it back to the screen for strike one. Duggar grounded the shortstop his first time up, so second time through for the Giants. Duggar, Belt, and then Longoria here in the bottom half of the third. Duggar hit a homer in L.A. the other day. Put the Giants back into the ballgame, and they had a lead for a little while, then the Dodgers came back to win. Here's a pitch across the top of the zone for a strike, a breaking ball, and the count 0-2. Duggar really in their plans to be their everyday center fielder, and then they picked up Kevin Pillar, and there was some talk about Pillar playing in right and Duggar staying in center, being that he's a little younger, but it had only been a couple of years since Duggar had played some right field. Here's a pitch taken a little bit low, and the count 1-2 strikes, and it had been a number of years since Pillar did, so Bruce Bochy opted to move Duggar over to right and plug Pillar back into center field, and when Pillar needs days off, Duggar will go back over to center. Now the 1-2. Swing and a foul again into this capacity crowd. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. They no longer, well, at least last year, their long sellout streak came to an end. It came to an end when the Rays were in town. I think it was when they were playing the Cleveland Indians and the Rays were playing the Oakland A's. And right-hander ready. Here's the pitch from Glasnow. And he swings and misses a breaking ball down in the dirt. Ball gets away from Perez. He chases it down and throws to first in time to get the out. The strikeout goes 2-3 on the putout for out number 1. But they had been, I forgot the number. I think it's in their game notes. I didn't see it, but they had sold out hundreds of consecutive games, and then finally had a game against the Indians in which they didn't sell out. So that we were in town, and I told my wife, I said, well, you should go buy some tickets. And she did, and loved every moment of coming to a ball game here. She had been here then almost as much as I had. So here's Brandon Belt. 4-0. Rays on top of the pitch to Belt, who swung on a tap foul for strike 1.
It really makes you stand out why the A's playing in the Coliseum. You go there, and I don't have as much problem with the Coliseum like a lot of people do, but it's pretty clear that they need a new ballpark. And it's old, and it's not exactly up to date, although I'm sure the A's are doing what they can. And then you come across the bay, and this place just sparkles with newness.
0-1, and that just missed outside. The sellout streak of 530 games, not including 25 postseason dates. So 555 consecutive sellouts came to an end on July 17th of 2017. There's a pitch, and I'm not sure where that one missed. Kerwin. Danley didn't call it a strike for whatever reason, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike.
Belt was flashing a bunt, and the Rays had the full shift on. So now Adames goes from the right side of the infield to the left because the Rays have the 4-man outfield again. Yandy Diaz in straightaway left.
The pitch. Check swing, and that time they say he went. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think that's a place where Nick Lynch just bailed out his buddy Kerwin Danley because I'm not sure if he went, but that previous pitch was definitely a strike. So it should be 2-2, and it is. Glasnow ready, the kick and the pitch. Breaking ball, little tapper right out in front of the plate. Michael Perez stops on it and throws the first in time for out number 2.
When you walk into Tropicana Field, you can be flexing this season with the Rays Flex Pack. Save up to 60% off the single-game ticket price. And you get 5 lower-level tickets for just $75. Visit RaysBaseball.com/flex for more information.
So I think my wife Liz went to the game either right after that or the next day, July 18th or 19th of 2017. And I like the fact, too, that she went and did it on her own. She just walked over here to the ballpark from our hotel. We're over in Oakland playing there, and she walked over here to taking a ball game. And then yesterday, while Chico and I were enjoying happy hour, she was given play-by-play on the phone of the possible no-hitter by Trevor Bauer in the Indians. As Longoria looks at the first pitch for a ball, next one is sprayed foul. That'll play to the right side. I might say so myself. She drew a pretty good picture texting.
That's nice. Well, I love that Liz is so into baseball. I love that she was into baseball long before you came into the picture.
And I love the fact that she's at home this week. Oof. We need a little separation of church and state there for a while. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. I love you, but not for lunch every day.
Absence makes the heart go fine.
That's what they say. We'll find out in about 11 days. The keys still work. She doesn't make Bella eat me when I get home. The 1-2. Swing and a line drive toward right. Coming on is Austin Meadows. He dives, and he makes the catch. So he takes away a hit from Evan Longoria. As Longo hit it hard to right, but Meadows was able to keep a couple steps in and over to make the grab, and that will retire the side. We are through 3. 4-0 Tampa Bay on the Rays Baseball Network.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We study the benefits of our tea tree infused perfectly steamed hot towel with intense focus. Okay, what are we feeling now?
Smart Clips.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So Rays baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
When we go to the fourth, the totals through 3. Rays 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 5 left. San Francisco just a hit with 4 men left on base.
Kevin Kiermaier homered his first time. Will lead things off, and the first pitch to him is over the outside corner for strike 1. Kiermaier, his second homer of the season. As he swings and taps this one up the first base line, rolling, and now it goes foul. And the count 0-2.
Each Rays Sunday home game, is Family Fun Day, courtesy of Tampa General Hospital. The Rays will have face painters, balloon artists. Kids get to run the bases after the game. On Sunday, April 21st, when the Rays play the Red Sox, fans 14 and under will receive Daniel Robertson wristbands presented by Moffitt Cancer Center. Visit RaysBaseball.com for more information.
So 0-2 the count to Kiermaier. Michael Perez waiting in the on-deck area. The Rays wearing their road gray majestic athletic uniforms, tops and bottoms today. The 0-2 pitch is lifted in the air to shallow left, giving chase Gerardo Parra over toward the bullpen area, and it's going to fall out of play as they cannot track it down. Infield shifted to the right side. Longoria just to the right of the bag at second. And the lone man on the left side is the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. We got a brand new scoreboard here in San Francisco as well, as there's a swing and a busted bat grounder foul at the first base side. It's a brand new scoreboard that they said, cost about $10 million. And John Murray was telling us that it's the first 4K scoreboard in Major League Baseball. So that's on the other side of high definition.
They put $20 million into the park, and half of which was for this scoreboard.
It's a beauty.
Oh, it's incredible. It's like 3D almost. But there's still some scaffolding back there. They're still doing a little work at the top.
Yeah, there's guys up there that have been working during the game. Yeah. There's a pitch taken high, and the count is now a ball and 2 strikes.
It's interesting, too, when you change naming rights, as they have done here. Of course, the big sign for the new sponsor is up in center field, but think of all the little places all around the ballpark that it has to be changed.
And there's a pitch just missed. It's 2-2.
I mean, every little sign, every little sticker that had the old sponsor now has to have the new sponsor on it, directions to the ballpark, signage outside of it. It's quite an undertaking.
The 2-2 pitch. Kiermaier skies this one again toward the left. Gerardo Parra heading over toward the line near the bullpen. He gets underneath it, makes the catch. They say in fair territory. Round number 1.
One thing I want to note, Dave, I don't think we did, pardon me if we did, but Roddy Linares is back coaching third base for the Rays. He didn't do that for the last couple of games on the homestand because he injured his left calf, waving home a runner. I think it was Kiermaier, in fact. But Rodney, and it was really painful, but it's good to see him back out there coaching third base where he is expected to be all year. Let's hope that calf can hold out.
There's the first pitch to Willie Adames, and it's taken a little high for ball 1. Willie grounded a shortstop his only time. Willie needs to start smiling a little more. We need him to start to get some positive results so he can get back to being the smiling shortstop that we all fell in love with a year ago, hitting 0-42 so far to start this season. Just looks like his swing is a little long, and he's getting to that point right now where he's trying to get to 250 with one swing of the bat, and that's not going to happen. He opened up right there and takes the pitch a little bit low, and they count 2 balls, 1 strike now. You might ask, well, what's going to come first, the hitting and then the smiling, or do you need to smile before you hit?
What if it all happens at the same time?
Derek Rodriguez gets the sign of the pitch, popped up. Shallow right, going out for it is Joe Panik. Coming in for it is Steven Duggar, and Duggar says he's got it and makes the catch for number 2.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, you can't get to 250 with one swing, but this is the time of year where you have a 3-hit day, and suddenly that average does jump up quite a bit, but really just doesn't have it going on offensively right now.
So 4-0 Rays. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And now here's Michael Perez. Perez batting the 8th slot. And the pitch to him is taken in there for strike 1. All 4 runs for the Rays coming in the top of the 1st after 2 outs and nobody aboard. Back-to-back doubles by Choi and Lau, and then back-to-back homers by Diaz and Kiermaier. And the pitch to Perez, and he swings through 90 at the top of the zone, and the count now 0-2. And again, with the count getting to 0-2, Longoria is going to move from the left side of second base to the right side of second base with Joe Panik in shallow right. And the pitch missed inside. Panik playing a little more closer, if you will, playing a little closer to the infield than he did in Los Angeles. He got burned. Cody Bellinger beat out a ground ball that was hit right to him. Yeah. The 1-2. And that's just inside. And the count leveling at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So you either got to be able to get rid of the baseball quicker, or you got to get a little closer to first base, and Panik opted for the latter. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Rays go down in order here in the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th we go in San Francisco. Rays 4, Giants nothing on the Rays Baseball Network.
Blue Emu Super Strength Original Formula is now available in 3 convenient sizes. Whether you need relief at home, in your gym bag, or on the go. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. An official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sports Clips, Sports Clips, Sports Clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
With a Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal the base in the World Series and be American?
Clearwater Beach voted the #1 beach in the U.S. by TripAdvisor. To glittering nightlife and world-class restaurants, St. Pete Clearwater offers so much to do. Start planning now at visitstpeteclearwater.com. Tyler Glasnow was on deck when Perez struck out to end the top of the inning, so he's getting a couple of moments here to get himself together and start this bottom of the 4th. Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, Gerardo Parra are due up for the San Francisco Giants in their home opener, and the Rays with the 4 runs with 2 out in the 1st. And that's really become a trend, Dave, here in this first 8 games of the year. 2 out runs. The Rays have scored a lot of them.
That they have, and it's one of the reasons why they are 5-2 so far this season. Just could not come up with a couple of those big hits the other day, and Tropicana Field coming up a little bit short in that 1-0 loss. It's Buster Posey leading things off to start the fourth, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball one. 51 pitches so far for Tyler Glasnow through the first 3 innings. Posey reached on a base hit and was stranded at third his first time. Takes a strike right there at the bottom of the zone, and the count evening up at a ball and a strike. Infield playing the pull, but no shift. As Posey with a slightly open stance waits on the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that dropped in there for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. Well, Posey had off-season hip surgery and probably is not going to be behind the plate on a daily basis. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him caught in between right there. He got a curveball up, and Posey tried to make an adjustment and just couldn't get it, and that's out number 1 here in the 4th inning. So I got to believe that Bruce Bochy, their crowd's backing him up, probably is going to, especially early on, probably only do like a couple days here and there and then give him a day off and make sure everything's okay. As Andy said, he's getting a little longer in the tooth. He still looks like he's about 22, 23 years old, but he's been in the bigs for a while now. Here's Brandon Crawford. Crawford reached on an error by Ji-Man Choi his first time. And the pitch here is swung out and missed for strike 1. So 0-1 the count. Gerardo Parra waiting in the on-deck area. Crawford, left-handed hitter. It's the right-handed throwing Glasnow on the pitch. Fastball at 97 right there for a strike, and the count down 0-2. Lights are on here inside Oracle Park, although you really don't need them now with the sun. The 0-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a looping line drive in the left field, and that is a base hit. Tried to sneak an off-speed pitch by him. All he did was speed up the bat of Brandon Crawford, who poked it in the left for his first hit. And there's 1 on, 1 out for Gerardo Parra. Parra struck out his first time. Rays will be here again tomorrow afternoon. It'll be a 3:30 pregame with Neil Solondz, and then at about 4 o'clock, Andy and I take over at 4:05. Jeff Samardzija will get the start for the San Francisco Giants. Rays still be determined. There's a swing and a pop-up. Third base side, Yandy Diaz having a little trouble with it. Now Willie Adames comes over, waves everybody off, and makes the catch. Back to first goes Brandon Crawford for out number 1. Out number 2, I should say.
Willie's got to remember, and I think he does, that even if he's not hitting well. He plays at a very important position on the field. I like the way he took charge right there, too, because I wasn't so sure that Yandy saw the ball. And with Pham coming from left, Willie let everyone in this park know by windmilling his right arm that he had that play. So, he still impacts the game very much defensively, even if he's going for an offensive swing.
There's Kevin Pillar. He flied out to his counterpart in center field his first time. It takes the pitch, I guess, a little bit low for ball 1. So 3:30 tomorrow with the pregame and Neil. 4:05 first pitch, Andy and I. And the middle game of this 3-game series. First leg of a 3-city tour. There's a swing and a fly ball to shallow right. Meadows started back. Now comes in a few steps. Makes the catch. And that will retire the side. So we're through 4. I don't even know why I came. We go to the 5th. 4-0 San Francisco on the Rays Baseball Network.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it! Next up, lumpy heads.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Hey, wait. How are you getting streaming on this?
Roku.
Where's it plugged in?
It's in the TV.
Wait, where is it?
Inside.
Well, it can't all be in there. So, no stick thingy?
No.
And at CFAFoods.com.
Hey, this is Kevin Kiermaier. Rays Baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
To the top of the fifth we go. Rays with a 4-0 lead to take over the play-by-play. Once again, here's Andy.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. And a first pitch from Derek Rodriguez is taking a little high to glass now. And if you're going to miss high to him, it's really high. Batting left-handed, tried to bunt his way on his first time. He takes breaking ball, top of the zone strike. And it is 1-1 strike.
I would be really, really surprised if he's allowed to swing in this event.
Well, not only did he lay down the bunt, but he was running hard to first, and it looked like Kyle Snyder had something to say when he was done. He uppercuts here. He swings and misses. It's 1-2. He doesn't look shy up there at the plate. But if you stand, 6'8" or 6'9", there's a reason why there's not many 6'9" offensive players in baseball. There's a swing and a flare foul left side out of play, 1-2, because it takes a long time, relatively speaking, for the hands to get through the zone and to really make solid contact. It's not that he's not strong. He's very strong. Strength has nothing to do with it, but it's just mechanically hard to get all that going to catch up to a big league pitch. A 1-2 check swing, strike three, says Kerwin Danley. I think that was a looking strikeout. Third K for Rodriguez. And with one out, nobody on, up steps the top of the order, Austin Meadows.
Visit a local participating 7-Eleven store and pick up a Rays discount coupon for $7.11 tickets to the game on Friday, April 19th against the Red Sox. Then you can keep saving with $5 Budweisers exclusively on the Budweiser porch. Ages 21 and over. Please drink responsibly.
One out, nobody on. Meadows is 0 for 2. He has twice flied to left field today. And first pitch from Rodriguez is low. 1 no strikes. It probably won't be much more than 5 innings today for Rodriguez, albeit with a pitch count in decent shape, just 67 pitches. But 5 innings his last time, and it doesn't seem like they want to push him too much farther than that. They had an off day yesterday, and the bullpen needs work too. Meadows takes strike over the outside, 1-1. Rodriguez is scheduled to hit second in the bottom of the fifth inning. 1 strike with 1 out, nobody on. Rays leading 4-0 here in the fifth inning in San Francisco. Rodriguez throws, pull to the ground, pass first, foul ball. Right by Ozzie Timmons. 1 2 strikes. They call the ball dudes on the first and third base side. Today they are brothers. I love that they give us a little information about these guys. Brad Holsworth and Blake Holsworth are the second generation ball dudes. Their father Harry, who died last year, was one of the original ball dudes at Candlestick Park. 1-2 the count to Meadows. Lofted foul, third base side and out of play. In fact, the third base side, Blake Holsworth, played catcher at San Diego State and Cal State Hayward and caught Mark Langston, John Wetland, so he certainly has some baseball acumen. 1 2 strikes. Meadows awaiting. Rodriguez pitches. Swung on and missed, strike three. And Rodriguez, he's ruining the 2 out, nobody on situation in the first because he's been mowing the Rays down ever since.
Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Visit Tampa Bay. Plan your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. In the American League, they are in the top of the ninth inning. Alex Colomé trying to close out one of his former teams, the Seattle Mariners. It's 10-9 Chicago. Wow. That game in the top of the ninth, a lot of home runs for both sides.
Tommy Pham with 2 out, no one on, sends a dribbler up the third base line, a foul ball, 0-1.
And I had to laugh when we were watching one of the highlights, but we've always talked about Malik Smith being the guy that was almost safe, that almost caught the ball. Well, sure enough, he went to the top of the wall, brought a ball back that would have been a home run, and then dropped it. Didn't drop it for a homer, but dropped it for extra bases, but it allowed some runs to score, and another Malik's moment.
1-run game.
Went from afar.
0-1. The right-hander pitches. Pham fouls it straight back over the screen and into the lower deck. No balls and 2 strikes.
Games that are getting ready to get going. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians later tonight. Oakland is at Houston. And then Texas is in Anaheim to take on the Angels. National League side, the Dodgers continue to hit the ball 6-1. They lead the Colorado Rockies. Cody Bellinger with another homer.
That's strike 3 called over the inside to Tommy Pham. And that's 9 in a row for Derek Rodriguez. And he strikes out the side in the Rays' 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up in San Francisco. Rays 4, Giants nothing.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sports Clips, Sports Clips, Sports Clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Rays game against the Red Sox for just $42. For more information, visit RaysBaseball.com/42.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Joe Panik starts it, left-hand hitter, and Tyler Glasnow's first pitch is low 1-0. And it appears that Derek Rodriguez will be lifted. Because new pitchers warming up, and Pablo Sandoval's on deck. The pitch to Panik, lifted to right center field. Kiermaier got a good break, but going back to the warning track. To the right of the 399 sign, makes the catch for the first out. So one going, and
it was going to be Pablo Sandoval. And after I erased Derek Rodriguez's name, wow, Derek Rodriguez is now going to hit.
How about that? So it's kind of interesting by Bochy. He pulled back Sandoval, and he lets Rodriguez bat, I guess because there's one out, nobody on. If Panik had reached base, perhaps the pinch hitter would have happened. In the meantime, though, they're going to have a new pitcher coming in. Left-hander warming up in the bullpen. Rodriguez, right-hand batting pitcher, takes a strike 0-1. So they're kind of giving the Rays an out here. They have a 4-man bench to the Giants. They're going to hang on to Sandoval and the other 3 guys for later. On 0-1, swing and a foul, straight back. It's 0-2. Well, out there, it's not Will Smith because he's the closer. It's not Tony Watson who's using situationally. So that would leave
it would be Travis Bergen.
Yeah, Travis Bergen. Yep, he just turned around. He's number 60. He looks like he's going to be coming in. 0-2 the count to Rodriguez. As Glasnow pitches, and he struck him out swinging with a breaking ball down. 3 pitches, and it looks like Rodriguez's day is done. 5 strikeouts. And, Dave, look at the strikeout to walk for Glasnow. 65 pitches, 47 for strikes. That's a ton of strikes for a guy that his stuff is so good, too. When he's in the zone, it's going to be pretty darn good as he has been today. 2 out, bases empty, and leaves it for the top of the order, Stephen Duggar.
Keep on keeping on. Whatever he's doing, don't change a thing.
Yeah. A 2-hitter so far. Duggar is 0 for 2, grounded to short and struck out. Glasnow's first pitch to the left-hand batting rookie is a strike over the outside, 0-1.
There was one other game on the Visit Tampa Bay out-of-town scoreboard, too. St. Louis has a 1-0 lead over the San Diego Padres in the top of the 6th inning. Alder Young has hit his 3rd.
0-1 the count as Glasnow comes down the hill. Slow tapper on the first base side of the mound. To his left. Glasnow's got it, lobs it to first. And that's as simple an inning as you could possibly ask for. Through 5 in San Francisco. Rays 4, Giants nothing on the Rays Radio Network.
This Blue Emu Super Strength Original Formula is now available in 3 convenient sizes. Whether you need relief at home, in your gym bag, or on the go. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. An official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sport clips, sport clips, sport clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments.
1. Geico could help you save 15% or more on car insurance. 2. The first cheesemakers were entrepreneurial mountain goats. And 3. It's easy to switch at geico.com. You could save hundreds. Goat cheese.
Hey, this is Brandon Lau. Rays Baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
So we go to the top of the 6th, and the Rays with a 4-0 lead. It'd be nice to start adding on here, and Derek Rodriguez is still in.
A bit surprising. Ji-Man Choi leads it off, and he swings and misses. It's 0-1. Yeah, they had Sandoval in the on-deck area to hit for him, and they had Travis Bergen warming up with a bullpen. Looked like he was ready to come in, but they let Rodriguez hit, and he's staying in the game to pitch. 1 strike to count to Choi, a double and a run scored and a swinging strikeout. And Rodriguez drops it in low outside, a backdoor curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. The shift is on for the Giants here. The right side of the infield, Longoria moving from third to the right of the bag at second. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Rodriguez pitches. Fastball, top of the zone strike. And it is 1-2. It was Ji-Man who got the offense rolling today. They were 2 out, nobody on in the first. He doubled, Loud doubled him home, and then a homer by Yandy Diaz and a homer by Kevin Kiermaier. And then the Rays offense going silent, but you banked those 4 runs early, and the Rays have been in control since the first inning with big-time thanks to this man, Ji-Man Choi. 1-2. The right-hander comes down the hill, grounded at the first base line, right along the line, and then spins and goes foul. And it stays a ball and 2 strikes. Ji-Man committing an error. The Rays, the last team in baseball to commit an error this year. They have been the only team not to have one. The Brewers, we saw, have committed 1 error this season. Every other team has made at least 2 errors. The Mariners making 13 in 8 games coming in. The Cubs making 9 errors in 6 games coming in. And the Cubs are off to a woeful start. But the Mariners are out hitting their mistakes. They've been scoring a lot of runs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Choi. 3, 4, 5 in the order for the Rays. The right-hander throws low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cloudiness has picked up a little bit, but you can see the blue skies behind the clouds. And the wind's still blowing hard off the bay. And a bit out towards center field. 2-2 the count. Choi swings and slices it foul to the middle deck off third. Out of play. The bunting is set up. Red, white, and blue bunting all around the decks here in San Francisco. The Coke bottle in left, the enormous Coke bottle, which looks like it's about to pour its beverage into the giant baseball glove that sits off to its right. Out in left center. 2-2 to Choi. Fastball just below the shoulders high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And I just love the way, as the game is going on, ever so gently and quietly, the ships in these boats with big sails on them just kind of hover around the right field area behind the wall. Swing, line drive, base hit center field by Ji-Man Choi. He's got a 2-hit day. A whistler by the right ear of Derek Rodriguez. You know, even if there wasn't a baseball game going on, it's just so picturesque here that even just to come and hang out would be, I mean, this would be a great place to go grab lunch or something one day, you know? I doubt it's open during then, but just what a beautiful view it is. That's why you see a lot of places, they like to put them on the water now, and why not? This place has set a standard for how pretty a park can be. One on, nobody out, and here's Brandon Lau. Doubled in a run his first time, and he takes 2 low, 1 ball, no strikes, grounded to first his other time up. 1-0 the count. Glass now pitching a gem. Rodriguez is, except for a 4-batter span in the first inning. It looks like the Giants are going to get the bullpen back up, and Bergen is going to get back loose again. 1-0 the count to Lau. Swings out in front of the off speed and missed. 1 ball to 1 strike. The race here tomorrow and Sunday. Jeff Samardzija and Drew Pomeranz scheduled to pitch for San Francisco. The Rays are supposed to have openers the next 2 days, but I would think Yanni Chirino is figuring heavily in that mix after his 7+ inning performance on Sunday against the Astros. Lau takes off speed, and it's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So, I mean, if everything remains the way it was last week, you'd think Chirinos would be in the mix tomorrow, and then Stanek and Yarbrough perhaps on Sunday. But Kevin Cash is not committed to that outwardly. But I'm sure he'll announce who's going to pitch tomorrow after the game today. 2-1. Lau swings and sends a roller to first. Picked up by Belt, goes to second for an out. Crawford back to first, and Lau beat it out. No, they call him out at first, but there's no way. That was a stunner. And to the naked eye, it looked rather obvious that he was safe, but I could be wrong. I'll reserve judgment.
Well, Brandon Lau's not going anywhere, and Ozzie Timmons is looking into the Rays dugout to see if they want to take a look, and I think he beat it.
By a ton.
Awkward catch by the pitcher Derek Rodriguez, but there's no doubt that he beat it by a good stride, and I think Greg Gibson's going to find out that this call will be reversed rather quickly.
Why don't we take 10 seconds now for station identification of the Tampa Bay Rays Radio Network.
WDAE St. Petersburg, WBTP HD3 Clearwater, W224BE Brandon, and W237CW Pinellas Park.
They have come back with a ruling, and it is overturned. Brandon Lau is safe, and that seemed about as obvious as it could be, even in live action. And we all make mistakes, but that was a pretty bad miss by Greg Gibson at first. Lau was stunned, and for good reason. He is at first base. With Dave Wills, I'm Andy Freed from San Francisco. John Murray is our engineer. Tom Ponzo back on our network studios. Steve Carney was there. I don't know if he still is, but Steve helped us get us started today. Steve is gone, so it's Tom with us back in the studios. And here comes Yandy Diaz with a 2-run homer his first time and a ground to third his last time. Infield a double play positioning, a throw to first, and Lau back on the stomach to first base. This is the beginning of a trip, and it's always interesting when they point out just how many miles the Rays are going to cover on this road trip, covering 3 time zones, over 5,700 air miles for the Rays on this trip. Diaz swings and grounds one wide, a third base hit, left field. Longo couldn't get it, and Lau goes to second and holds, and the Rays have 2 on and 1 out. Kiermaier coming up, and we'll see if Bergen's ready in the bullpen.
Bruce Bochy, it looks like he's sitting in an easy chair. Just looks like he walks like his feet hurt. Probably as an old catcher, a lot of things probably hurt nowadays in his final year as the manager of the San Francisco Giants, and he's coming out to make a pitching change. So they will bring in the lefty to face Kiermaier. Rays with a couple of men on with 1 out, trying to add on to a 4-0 lead. We'll tell you about the new San Francisco pitcher. We come back after this on the Rays Baseball Network.
Seems like every wireless carrier claims they can save you money, but their admin fees, line access fees, and extra taxes can really add up. With Spectrum Mobile, what you see is what...
How does a business reach peak performance?
faster communication, easier collaboration, better teamwork. That's why high-performance organizations rely on high-performance technology solutions. And who do they choose to help them? Mitel, making communications and collaboration seamless so businesses can stay connected, engage customers and fans, and win at the highest level. The most important calls in baseball and in business are made with Mitel, powering connections for thousands of peak performance organizations worldwide.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
On the 29th a day later. Made 3 appearances so far, tossing it in the third scoreless with 1 strikeout. Was selected by San Francisco with the 8th pick of the Rule 5 draft from Toronto. So he's a guy that the Giants took a flyer on, and so far he's been able to make the team out of spring training and done some nice things a couple of times out of the bullpen. Last year between Class A Dunedin and Double A New Hampshire, posted a .95 ERA and 43 relief appearances.
He's going to face Kevin Kiermaier, who is homered today and fly to left, and he's got a couple of men to pick up. Lau at second, Diaz at first. 1 out in the 6th, 4-0 Rays, and Kiermaier takes breaking ball. That's in for a strike. 0-1. A Rule 5 pickup, but he'll stick around. The Giants have another Rule 5 pickup named Connor Joe, an outfitter, so a couple of them on their team this year. 0-1. Steps and throws, swung on and missed. 91-mile-an-hour fastball there, and it's 0-2. Part of a bullpen that the Giants feel very good about. Will Smith, their closer. Mark Melanson, the setup guy. Tony Watson, a good left-hander. Sam Dyson, who used to close games for the Rangers, as part of their bullpen. They like this guy, Reyes Morantes, just swinging a pop-up foul to the left side and headed for the second deck. And lands in the lower deck in front. 0-2. So they like their bullpen. They just haven't had many leads to hold on to in this first week plus of the season. Giants are 2-5 coming in. The Rays are 5-2, and right now the Rays in control, leading 4-0. Bergen comes to the plate. Breaking ball swung on and fouled. I think KK thinks he had a pitch to hit there. It looked like a breaking ball that hung a little bit, but he fouled it back to the lower deck. It remains 0-2. The Rays are out hitting the Giants 7-2 in the game and leading 4-0. Outfield shaded to the opposite side against Kevin Kiermaier. The right field line is wide open, and straightaway right is too. 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball taken, and he's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Giants, you look at the last 2 years for them, and this is a franchise that, boy, when their window was open, they capitalized, winning the 3 world titles. But just how much they've lost the last 2 years. Kiermaier fouled some bad. The last 2 years, they've lost 187 games. And not really much predicted for them this year in a tough division. So the decision that Farhan Zaidi has to make is, I mean, do they, in a sense, tear it down? Do they trade guys like Longoria and Belt and guys that are fan favorites to get younger and to get higher in the draft again? Because that farm system is not rated very high. The 1-2 pitch grounded back up the middle. Diving to his right is Panic. He goes to second for the out. Forced to the play is Diaz, and Panic just saved a run. A brilliant play diving to his right. Down to third goes Lau, and it's runners at the corners.
Scampering to his right, as you said, and then with his just sprawled out on the dirt, was able to make the transition from glove to bare hand and get just enough on the throw, the flip to Brandon Crawford to get the out. And fortunate to get that out. Beautiful play, and you're right, took a run off the board there for the Rays.
Well, he did. And that sends up Willy Adames. Grounded to short and fly to right. Circle that play if this game gets tighter. That definitely took a run off the board. And the pitch from the lefty Bergen is too high, 1-0. Really now 1 for 25, but he has put the ball in play twice.
Boy, Willie's been coming up in these spots. It seems like the baseball gods find you. They're going to keep testing you and testing you and testing you.
1 ball, no strikes. Lau from third, Kiermaier from first. Bergen looks to first base but pitches. Slice foul right side onto the screen. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So another RBI situation for Adames. And, the spots on Wednesday, too, where he bunted. Because he bunted to Arenado, not many third basemen even get him. And it would have gotten the Rays a runner. They might have won 1-0. But when you're slumping, a guy makes the great defensive play on you, as Arenado did. And then the other time he tried to bunt, he couldn't make contact. There's a swing and a miss with a high heat. Willie late on the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Sometimes all it takes is a bunt single or a little flare to start getting the confident juices flowing again. It doesn't matter that it's this early in the year when you're hitting 040. That stands out. Rays have the bullpen going. Brian Stanek starting to warm up. Now the 1-2 to Adames. Fastball, he's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if Glasnow were to come up this inning, they'd be taking him out. With Stanek warming. He just started warming with 2 out in the inning. I'm a bit surprised at that. 2-2. Bergen ready and comes to the plate. Adames loops 1 foul on the right field line and down into the bullpen area. Stanek himself is going to go get it. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Rays shortstop hitting 7th of the order today. He's got Lau at third, Kiermaier at first. Defense pretty much straight up for San Francisco, and the pitch to Adames down and in. It's full 3-2, and that'll be Kiermaier running from first base now. Belt signals that he's going to be coming off the bag. And Kiermaier can get a head start. 3-2 the count with 2 down. Adames, right-hand batter, right in the middle of the box. The stretch. There goes Kiermaier, and the payoff pitch. Fly ball to right, shallow and playable. Duggar is coming in to his left, and he's got it to retire the side. Adames' slump continues. He leaves 2 men aboard. Credit to Joe Paddock, though. He took a run off the board. 5.5 gone by in San Francisco. It's Rays 4, Giants nothing.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Four clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter. Java Joe. No.
For just $10, kids will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, a Rays snapback hat, exclusive offers, and a ticket to a Tampa Bay Rowdies home match. Sign up now at RaysBaseball.com/RaysRookies. Ryan Stanek was warming. He is not now, as Tyler Glasnow gets this bottom of the 6th inning underway.
He does, and Brandon Belt grounds the pitch off of Glasnow into center field for a base hit. First ball swinging, Brandon Belt. And into center field it goes for the Giants' 3rd hit. Here comes Evans.
Be one of the first to experience the brand new left field ledge. The new seating area includes complimentary snacks and drinks and is available through season tickets and groups. Visit RaysBaseball.com/left field ledge for more information on this brand new seating section. Raise up.
Second time today that San Francisco has had the leadoff man on. And here's Evan Longoria. Glasnow throws to him, swung on a miss to the fastball. It's 0-1. You know, the records that Evan holds in Rays, franchise lore, more than just his presence, the records are, I think, going to last a really long time. And he is tops in so many categories. He's probably always going to have a presence in the Rays record books. There's a fastball from Glasnow up and away 1-1. The Rays all-time leader in games, at-bats, homers, doubles, runs scored, runs batted in, walks, extra base hits, total bases, and sacrifice flies. Part of it was that he was there a long time, but a lot of it is that he was just so good. 1-1 the count. Evan swings and misses, and it's 1-2. Today he struck out looking on a beautiful curveball from Glasnow and then lined to right where Meadows made a sliding catch his last time. Rays lead 4-0. We are in the last half of the sixth inning. And what's turned out to be a gorgeous day. We had all kind of worries coming out that this weekend would be in trouble weather-wise. Now it's all cleared out. Should be good for the rest of the weekend. Evan drives one high in the air to right field, pushing Meadows back shy of the warning track. Plenty of room out there to make the catch. Belt tags and pretty good-looking bluff, but back to first he goes. So Evan is 0 for 3. 1 out, 1 on. And it sends up Buster Posey. Posey with a single up the middle his first time, struck out swinging his last time. Finals coming in on the Visit Tampa Bay out-of-town scoreboard. The White Sox holding on to a 10-9 win at home against Seattle. Alex Colomé getting his second save for the White Sox as they even up their record at 3-3. Here comes Posey, and the first pitch to him. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. And the other day games going on. Dodgers using the home run to great effect again, leading Colorado 6-1 in the Rockies home opener. Posey awaits on an 0-1 pitch from Glasnow. Here it comes. Fastball and he's high. Cody Bellinger, 6 home runs. Max Muncy, number 2. San Diego and the Cardinals in St. Louis are tied at 2. Hunter Renfroe, his third for the Pods. Paul DeJong, number 3 as well for the Cardinals. That game's in the 7th. 1-1 to Posey. Glasnow pitches, slow roller up the third base line, right along the line, and then it goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now they're the only other games going on around Big League Baseball right now. Afternoon games and home openers. Out-of-town scoreboard presented by Visit Tampa Bay. Playing your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. Within the American League East teams, Toronto will be at Cleveland. Red Sox continue their West Coast odyssey. They're not on the coast anymore, but they're still out west in Arizona. Red Sox are 2-6 to start the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Posey. And the pitch whacked to center, but there's Kiermaier coming in and to his left to track it down. He's going to throw off balance back to first, but Brandon Belt got back. The ball hit hard, but Kiermaier positioned nicely, got an excellent jump. And with 2 out and a runner aboard, it leaves it for Brandon Crawford. Yankees and Orioles yesterday. Orioles had an early lead, but then the Yankees came back and overwhelmed the young Oriole pitching staff to get the Yankees up to 3-4 for the season. Orioles at 4-3. Rays atop the division at 5-2 and looking to add on. The Rays have a 4-0 lead here in the 6th. 2 out, Belt at first. It leaves it for Brandon Crawford, who's reached on Chi-Man Choi's error, and then he's singled to left against a curve from Glasnow. Tyler's pitch to him. Fastball fouled back onto the net. And 0-1. 77 pitches for Glasnow, and that was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Now the Rays have right-hander Stanek, left-hander Kolarek warming up in the bullpen. This will be Glasnow's final inning. He's hoping to get through the inning. His spot is due to hit second come next inning. And the pitch bounced in. What a beautiful save, too, by Michael Perez. That was a fastball at 95 miles an hour, and it bounced, it looked like maybe even in front of home plate, and Perez shifted his body and deadened the baseball. He is something to watch. So active behind the plate and so nimble. he's a smallish built catcher. He's not one of those big body guys. But boy, does he seem active behind the dish. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brandon Crawford. Outfield to the opposite side. Belt is running, and the pitch is a breaking ball inside, and he steals second off Glasnow. No throw.
Those are stolen bases that you wish you couldn't charge. You didn't have to charge to the catcher's record. I mean, no chance whatsoever for Michael Perez. He just stole that one right on first movement, and Rays middle infielders didn't even bother to go cover the bag.
There's no point. So Belt at second, right in scoring position. Time called. As Michael Perez heads to the mound, first visit of the day by the Rays to the mound. I'm looking it up because I don't remember thinking that Belt was a big stolen base guy. Last year he had 4. So probably looked something like that, but we can really read the pitcher. And the Rays catchers have been so good. They've thrown out 5 of 6. And it's a shame that kind of goes on Perez's record, but that's too bad. No chance. 2-1 the count to Crawford. Base hit could get him on the board. Glasnow pitches. Lifted in the air to left. Down the line. Diaz giving chase, but this will fade out of play by a couple of rows, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Glasnow bending into the waist. The glove under his left arm, dangles the right hand, and gets the sign he likes from Michael Perez. Still looking in, and now he says yes. Lowers to the belt. The leg kick and the 2-2. Outside and low, 3-2. Gerardo Parra is on deck. He's a left-handed batter, and that might be Kolaric's man if Crawford gets aboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Glasnow pitching. Strike 3 called on the outside corner to retire the side. A fastball that just nipped the outer edge at 96. And Bochy is letting home plate umpire Kerwin Danley hear it a little bit, but the inning is over.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We're not just about hair. We're also about convenience. Sport Clips app. Check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
Convenience.
Sport Clips!
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Stud, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Today, that's lifemovesfast.com.
Feeling saucy? Yeah. Then it must be Tijuana Tuesdays, where you get 2 ginormous tacos, chips, and a drink, all for only $5.99. Then try our hot sauce bar. Live outrageously. Tijuana Flats. Always keeping it fresh.
Hey, this is Blake Snell. Check out the Pat and Aaron Show every weekday at noon on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Through 6 innings, Rays 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 4 left. San Francisco, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They have left 4. And as we go to the 7th inning, we send it back over now to Dave Wells.
All right, Eddie, thank you very much. And Michael Perez will lead things off. And the first pitch to him is low and inside for ball 1. So as Wilmer Fott warms down the right field line for the Rays, Christian Arroyo has grabbed the bat. And he's going to hit for Tyler Glasnow, it appears, here in the 7th. The lefty ready in the pitch. Breaking ball spun a little bit low on the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Rays would love to get on the other side of the slam. They've been up 4-0 since the first. Now the 2-0. Here's a swing and a foul back toward us. Look out. Almost hit Willie. Gentleman wearing a Willie Mays jersey. He's got a glove on, and he looked like he got out of the way.
Say hey.
Bergen ready with a 2-1, and that one is over the outside edge for a strike, and the count leveling at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nick Vincent, right-hander, starting to warm up down the left field line for San Francisco.
3 infielders now to the right of second. Longoria, the man just to the right of the bag, and there's a swing and a foul. So heading to our left. As it's starting to cloud up again a little bit here in San Francisco, but still see across the bay. And they tell us that at night you can see the lights from the Coliseum where Oakland plays. You see those flickering in the distance. The 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a line drive to the gap in right center. That's going to get down for a base hit and maybe more. Duggar tries to cut it off, and he does. Perez around first. He's on his way to second, and he's going to slide in there safely with a double. So second double of the season for Michael Perez, and the Rays get a man in the scoring position with nobody out. Now Christian Arroyo, who just was announced. The crowd gets a smattering of applause for a guy that wasn't with the team very, very long. And now here comes Bruce Bochy, and we'll see if the Rays will. I don't see the Rays making another shift because they don't have any lefties on the bench to counter this move. So the righties coming in for San Francisco. Arroyo will probably still stay out there, I would think. And we'll tell you about the new San Francisco pitcher when we come.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sport clips, sport clips, sport clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Hey, wait. How are you getting
2008? And, of course, he is from Long Beach State. Well, Vincent was in Long Beach State in 2008 is when he was drafted, when Evan was making his rookie appearance. So now they're teammates. And Vincent, who was with the Padres and the Mariners, and now San Francisco.
So Vincent from the third base side of the rubber comes set. Michael Perez leads at second base, and the pitch to Arroyo is over the outside edge for strike one. He pitched for Seattle last year, did Vincent. Went 4-4 with a 3.99 ERA. It was a non-roster invite to camp for the Giants this year and made the team. Righty against righty as Vincent from the belt checks on Perez, and now the pitch home, swung it and missed. And the count 0-2. By the way, we had a replay earlier that went to the Rays' favor. That replay was brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. With Spectrum Mobile, you can save up to 40% on your wireless bill. Find a store near you at spectrum.com/stores. Former Giants farmhand Christian Arroyo swings through that fastball right there, 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and Arroyo has made quick work of in his return here to San Francisco, and that's out number one, an unproductive out.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was the number one pick of these Giants in 2013. Hernando High back home in Brooksville. 25th overall selection.
So 1 on, 1 out. And here's Austin Meadows. Meadows 0 for 3 in the game and takes the first pitch a little bit low for ball 1. Tommy Pham waits on deck. The infield playing, Meadows to pull, but no shift. As Vincent gets the sign from his catcher, Buster Posey. And now the pitch to Austin. Up and in, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the Giants, before the game and recognizing Bruce Bochy in his final opening day as manager of the San Francisco Giants, said that it's the most successful era of Giants baseball, at least in San Francisco, with them winning the World Series in 10, 12, and 14. There's a pickoff play, and he throws it into center field. I think he caught his shortstop Crawford on his heels a little bit. Crawford was not breaking to cover the bag. Vincent threw there, and it ended up in center field, and to third base goes Michael Perez on the error by Nick Vincent.
You don't see that a whole lot. I mean, Crawford was not expecting that throw. He was nowhere near the bag, and he threw it where Crawford was going to have a hard time even getting to it. I imagine that's an E1, but there's some major communication breakdown there for San Francisco.
And the official scores decision brought to you by the Crown Automotive Group, the only official automotive dealerships of the Tampa Bay Rays. So now the Giants infield coming in at a couple spots. 2-0 the count to Meadows. He swings and rips one, but foul down the right field line. It's going to bang off of the facade of Levi's Landing and rattle around in the seats. 2-1. Well, for Austin, put the ball in play with a little authority right here, whether it's in the air or on the ground into the outfield, and you got your 5th run batted in. The pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to the gap in left center. This is going to get down and go to the wall. It's going to score Perez easily. Meadows around first on his way to second. He'll take the turn there, but be satisfied with an RBI double. The Rays do indeed get on the other side of the slam and now lead at 5-0.
Well, even without the error, the run would have scored because that ball was laced up the gap and in left center field. If it gets between Parra and Pilar and goes to the 382 sign, that's a long way to chase for those outfielders.
First double for Meadows this season. His 5th run batted in, and the Rays score their first run since the first. And now here's Tommy Pham. As the pitch on its way to him is lifted foul at a play to the right side for strike 1.
Closes the book on Travis Bergen. He gives up a run over 2/3 of an inning.
So 5-0 Rays. Meadows leading is off the bag at second base. And the pitch on its way from Vincent, and that one runs a little bit inside. The count level at a ball and a strike. Well, some of the folks from the sold-out crowd here in San Francisco begin to make their way home. They're trying to beat some of the, I don't know, can you beat traffic that never ends?
It really has no break.
The 1-1 pitch, and that is a strike, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Or 1 ball, 2 strikes, I should say. We came here over this way, Chico and I did last night for a little happy hour, and it took forever then.
You weren't that happy?
No, we were good. We got there for happy hour, but the 1-2 is high, 2-2. But this morning, I mean, honestly, I thought we were in Manhattan. I mean, it was just.
There is a New Yorkish quality to the downtown here.
Quality? Is that the word we should use, or what?
Lack of.
5-9-1 for the Rays now. And the pitch. Pham fouled that one back to the upper deck here, and count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-9-1 for the Rays. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error to this point for San Francisco. As Wilmer Fott warms down the right field line, he'll be coming in. Love to see the Rays just, again, continue to add on here. Infield playing Pham the pull, but no shift. Outfield giving him room in left center. The pitch. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to center field, right center to be exact. Pilar drifting over to his left to make the catch. Tagging at second and racing for third is Meadows, and he's going to get there. If the throw gets cut off, and the Rays have a man at third now with 2 outs.
Now, Ji-Man Choi, who's having a 2-hit day, gets a chance to get that extra run home, and you get those extra runs in, especially towards the late innings, and you just pretty much put that other team to bed.
Those are the runs that the other team has trouble getting back. I mean, you might be able to get a couple too, and then you think, if we hadn't given up those runs,
right,
we'd be right in it. But you did, so you're not. So here is G-Man. He has scored one of the Rays' 5 runs today. As Meadows leads over there at third base, Rodney Linares talking things over with him, and now Vincent from the stretch, the pitch, a swing and a miss, got the fastball by him, snuck it by him at 88. And it's 0-1. Vincent made 9 appearances during the spring for San Francisco and posted a 2.16 earned run average. Infield back all the way. The outfield at normal depth, and for the most part looks like they're spread out. The 0-1, swing and a foul back to the screen, and G-Man behind in the count now, 0-2. Already had some people requesting the Evan Longoria bobblehead for tomorrow. They've got a couple of texts and a couple of notes, but I'll be honest with you folks. A, I'm not even sure they bring him up to our booth, and B, I don't have any room in my suitcase.
Believe me, I hear you. I don't know where I'd put it.
0-2 the count. Vincent ready, the pitch. G-Man gets hit. Got hit on the back of the right arm, it looked like. So on an 0-2 pitch, Ji-Man Choi hit by the pitch. He'll take first base, and Brandon Lau will get a chance with runners at the corners.
Bit of a sloppy inning so far from Nick Vincent. The error, and now the hit by pitch. Ji-Man getting taunted a little bit by the Rays dugout. He got it on the right tricep.
You see that?
I saw Willie and
he's rubbing it a little bit. It hurts.
They were faking tears coming down from their eyes. Look at that.
Pitch to Brandon Lau, and he popped it up. Left center field, back at it a couple of steps is Pilar. Now right at the edge of the warning track. As that ball kept on carrying, he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Rays get one and only one, leave a couple. 7th inning stretch time here in San Francisco.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sports Clips, Sports Clips, Sports Clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big.
Burst on next business day, member FDIC.
Feeling saucy? Then it must be Tijuana Tuesdays, where you get 2 ginormous tacos, chips, and a drink, all for only $5.99. Then try our hot sauce bar. Live outrageously. Tijuana Flats, always keeping it fresh.
Hey, this is Mike Zanino. Catch the best race talk with Ronnie and T. Crass on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
The 7th inning stretch here in San Francisco brought to you by Outback Steakhouse. Aussie rules. New pitcher is Wilmer Font. He'll stay in the number 9 spot in the order. He'll be facing Parra, Pilar, and Panic. Show off your race pride with the Suncoast Credit Union Tampa Bay Rays credit card. Enjoy exclusive perks at Tropicana Field like discounted parking, food, and beverage. For complete details, visit RaysBaseball.com/Suncoast Card. Membership required. Suncoast Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by NCUA.
So with Wilmer Font on the mound, taking over for Tyler Glasnow, who went 6 solid today. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. 6 innings, 3 hits. For Tyler, and if the Rays bullpen can hold it, he'll pick up his 2nd win of the season. Font's next pitch misses. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs. A walk and 6 strikeouts. And now it's up to Wilmer to probably at least give us a couple, maybe, who knows, maybe even stretch it out and get all 3 if he's quiet. There's a swing and a pop-up in the shallow center. Kiermaier coming in, looking up into the overcast, and now gets underneath it, make the catch for out number 1. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Kevin Pilar. Pilar 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-outs. $41,000 plus in attendance here in San Francisco. As the first pitch on its way to Pilar, swung on and missed for strike 1. 96 on that fastball from Wilmer, who, again, Kevin still thinks as he gets a little work here, might be able to get that fastball back up to 97, 98 a little more consistently. The 0-1 bounced in, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. So a ball and a strike to count. Font on Tuesday faced the minimum against Colorado in the 8th and 9th innings. From the third base side of the rubber, the pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive back up the middle, and that is into center field for a base hit. Just turned around 96. And Pilar picks up his first hit in San Francisco as a Giant. And that'll bring up Joe Panic. With the off day yesterday, the Rays bullpen is relatively fresh. So you would imagine that Castillo and Alvarado would be available if this game were to get a little tighter. Let's hope that's not the case. You'd love to be able to. One of the beauties about winning for the Rays and not having to use your A bullpen, as the first pitch here to Panic is taken for strike 1. Well, the Rays play so many close games that it seems when they do win, every game they have to use Rowe, Alvarado, and Castillo. It'd be nice to mix in a few wins and not have to use those guys. Infield looking at turn 2. The 0-1 to Panic is high, and the count now is level at a ball and a strike. Outfield shading him a little bit toward left. Panic, a left-handed hitter, is Font ready. The pitch. Breaking ball. That one sneaks in there for a strike at 75, and it's 1-2. Font's another one of those guys that did not have a great spring, but last year, really, they're getting stretched out a little bit and starting to keep the ball in the ballpark. Pitched really, really well. And then got hurt. The pitch way high off the mid of Perez, and Karam's by him. Back out toward the mound into second base. I think on the wild pitch will be Pilar.
Well, I mean, Perez, of course, he's trying to want to pull the ball down a little bit. But that nicked off the top of his mid. And what do you rule that? I mean, is that wild pitch or pass ball? It's one of those borderline ones. Probably wild pitch.
I always thought it should be a wild pitch because, I mean, you got to bring the glove up. You missed your spot by 20 inches. And catchers, it's not one it's not an easy catch for them over their head. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball sharply hit to second. The third base goes Pilar. Throw to first, panic taken care of. The shame of it is, if that had happened to pitch earlier, that might have been an inning-ending double play. The 4-3 on the putout. The third base was Kevin Pilar. And now, with 2 outs and a runner at third, Pablo Sandoval, the Panda, is coming up to hit.
Well, his career hit a dead end with the Boston Red Sox. And it's one of those bad contracts by them, but he's back in San Francisco where he's loved.
And the first pitch on its way, a switch hitter batting left-handed, is a strike, 0-1.
Barring injury, there's really no place to play him. So he'll be there on the bench as a pinch hitter.
So 0-1 the count. Pilar leading at third. And now the pitch. Swing and a rocket fair down the third base line, and the Giants are going to get on the scoreboard. Pando around first on his way to second, and he will get in there standing with an RBI double. It's 5-1. So Pablo Sandoval kept it fair down the third base line, and the Giants are finally on the board.
And most of the runs this year come in the later innings. They don't score the first 5 most games, which is really hard to do, to score runs against bullpens these days. So Kyle Snyder's going to go out and talk to Wilmer Font and buy some time, because the Rays are going to get Adam Kolarek back up in the bullpen, and probably one more batter for Font. Or can Kolarek get ready? Well, I guess they can't take him out right here, but Duggar's a left-hand batter, and then Belt's a lefty. There are 2 out. Rays need 1 more out to get through this 7th inning.
So the conversation between Kyle Snyder and company still going on, and now home plate umpire Kerwin Danley out to break it up.
Kolarek, it usually doesn't take him that long to get warm, and he was one last inning.
The bullpens here, as Andy made mention, are down the line. Now, the bullpen pitchers stay in the dugout. There's no area down each line for the pitchers to sit in. It's not like at Tropicana Field where there's an area down there, or even in Oakland where they have another kind of mini dugout. So you're in the main dugout, and then you have to walk down the right field line to get warmed up. As here's first pitch swinging, and fouling it back is Steven Duggar for strike 1. Hadn't been a problem for Fant to throw first pitch strikes, or Font, I should say. It's been after that.
Chaz Rowe joining Adam Kolarek in the bullpen, with Giants having a right-hander warming up, too.
Sandoval leads at second base. Font checks on him, and now the 0-1. Missed at the top of the zone, I guess. And the count, 1-1 strike. Ray's bullpen had been, and it has been, magnificent. They've been doing some really, really good work. Font giving up the run here. Trying to limit them to just 1. Here's a swing and a miss and a good breaking ball. Bullpen had been almost unhittable on the homestand, and then Chaz Rowe gave up the breaking ball home run to Chris Iannetta. Font ready with a 1-2 now. The left-handed hitting Duggar, the pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball to left center. Kiermaier on the run. Can he get there? No. It's going to fall in and go to the wall. Sandoval scores. Into second base standing is Steven Duggar. Back-to-back doubles by the Giants, and it's now 5-2. Off the bat, I thought no chance for Kiermaier, but as that ball stayed in the air, I thought for sure Kiermaier was going to be able to run that one down. And I just don't know if he didn't feel like he should leave his feet for that one or not, or the way it looked on the replay, maybe he had a little more carry than he had anticipated and just could not get to it. So that's going to be it for Wilmer Font. He could not finish out this 7th inning, and now it's going to be up to Adam Kolarek to try to do just that. To the bullpen, the Rays go. It's 5-2 Rays here in the 7th. Giants with a little rally going. We'll tell you more about the new Rays.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sports Clips, Sports Clips, Sports Clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Stud, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Is going to go out to, no, that's not. That's Duggar out at second base, pardon me. And then Brandon Belt is going to be the batter against Kolarek. Adam the lefty, 1 1/3 so far, 2 hits and a walk, no strikeouts. He needs 1 out here to get this game to the 7th, but it's the closest the game has been since the early inning.
Kolarek ready to go. First pitch grounded sharply short. Willie has it on a couple of hops, fires across in plenty of time. And Kolarek comes in, throws 1 pitch, and gets the final out. But the Giants score a couple of times, so as we go to the 8th, it's the Rays 5, San Francisco 2.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
We're not just about hair. We're also about convenience. Sport Clips app. Check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
Convenience.
Sport Clips!
Stud, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Visit Tampa Bay. Countless ideas, endless fun.
Mr. Softy has been bringing the very best ice cream to kids and families since 1956, and now Rays fans can enjoy it too. Visit one of the 6 Mr. Softy stands located throughout Tropicana Field for treats for the whole family. Mr. Softy, not just the best, but the very best.
Hi, this is Mike Zanino, and for the best Rays conversation, listen to the Ron and Ian Show weekday afternoons at 3 on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
Top of the 8th inning, taking the game at Tropicana Field from a private suite with your friends and family. The Rays have intimate suites for 16 people and larger private areas for up to 48. Add on a catering package to ramp up the party. For more information, contact suites@raysbaseball.com. That's suites, SUITES, at raysbaseball.com. New pitcher Trevor Gott on to pitch for the Giants. And Diaz, Kiermaier, and Adames coming up for the Rays. 5-2 Rays into the 8th.
And the first pitch on its way to Yandy Diaz is in there for strike 1. That can bring it a little bit. That was at 96. Works with his feet shoulder width apart on the rubber, and the pitch taken a little bit low there. And the count leveling in a ball and a strike. Doesn't look to be all that big, but 96-98 the first couple of pitches. The 1-1 pitch lifted towards center field. Starting back on it was Pilar. Now it's to come in, and he made the adjustment in time to make the catch, 1 out.
Got for the University of Kentucky here by way of the Padres and the Angels and the Nationals. But you're right, Dave. He's only 6'1", 185, but he can bring it. He's the Kentucky Wildcats all-time saves leader. Single season and career.
First pitch on its way to Kiermaier, and it's taken a little bit outside for ball 1. Well, Rodriguez started it, gave up 4 in the first inning, and then nothing but zeros after that, as there's a swing and a miss by KK, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. His final numbers today: 5 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Travis Bergen then pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, no run. Vincent, an inning, 1 hit, no runs. And now Gott.
That's what you got.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got so far. Infield playing him to pull the pitch. There's a swing and a foul back out of play. They had the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, almost directly behind the bag at second, maybe a step toward first, and now they flip-flop as Longoria now will move over to that spot. And Crawford will move back over to where shortstop would play. Got from the line, the 2-2 to Kiermaier. He swings and misses the ball down, and 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th inning, and that'll bring up Willie Adames.
As of now, interestingly enough, Kolarek looks like he'll start the 8th against Longoria and Posey to get the lefty on Crawford. You know, it's interesting. You know, Longoria coming in, or I should say, Kolarek coming in. He got the lefty belt, but this really is going to test how much they do trust him against good right-hand hitters.
First pitch to Willie Adames in there for strike 1. It's a safe situation.
Yeah.
A little surprised it wouldn't be, Castillo and then Alvarado to close it out.
Absolutely.
The 0-1. And that pitch in there for a strike, and Willie behind on the count 0-2. I mean, made mention of it the other day at home. And when you're slumping like Willie is, it does seem like every at-bat starts 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And Willie is 0 for 4 today. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Rays 5, San Francisco 2 on the Rays Baseball Network.
Geico presents Unhelpful Home Improvement House.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it!
Sport clips, sport clips, sport clips.
Next up, lumpy heads.
This guy hits the ball harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Stud, really good, young, carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Stinks. Struck him out. Stinks. Trout's okay. Stinks.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Here's Dave and Andy.
Neil, thank you. And the next homestand, the Rays are going to open it against the Red Sox at home, at least their season series, because they got the Orioles in first after the road trip, then the Red Sox at home Friday, April 19th. Saturday, April 20th, Rays fans are going to get a Ryan Stanek bottle opener, courtesy of Republic Bank, while supplies last. Visit RaysBaseball.com for more info. Rays up.
So it's Evan Longoria to lead things off against Adam Kolarek. And Kolarek's first pitch to him, grounded right side, moving to his left. Brandon Lowe, and he boots it. Brandon Lowe was able to range to his left, was able to get in front of it, and then kicked it for the second error of the game by the Rays today.
It's too bad about that. It would have been one pitch and done. You know, Castillo warming in the pen, but Kolarek got what he wanted there. He got a slow rolling grounder. The defense, which has been so good for the Rays today, that's two, for the season until today, that's two really unforced errors on relatively routine plays.
So here's Buster Posey. And all of a sudden now the tying run in the on-deck area. The first pitch to Posey is in there for strike one. Diego Castillo is warming. I mean, I guess my question would be, if you were going to warm him up in this inning, well, why didn't you have him ready to come in? Kolarek ready with the 0-1, way outside. It's 1-1 strike. Unless the only other thing I can think of is that you want to stay away from Alvarado today, but it was kind of, when it became a save situation, I would have thought Castillo and Alvarado for sure. Kolarek from the stretch infield, looking to turn two in the pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball to right. Meadows going back at the wall. It's off the wall. Karam's beyond him. Kiermaier backing it up, throws in the second, and Posey's able to slide in safely with a double to the Giants at second and third, and nobody out.
Now you have back-to-back left-handed hitters, Crawford and Parra, which one would think Kolarek would remain in for. And the Giants have some options, too, with Solarte could pinch hit if we want him with that lefty, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Kolarek's got to bear down and get Crawford here. The lead is dwindling. Here's Kyle Snyder to the mound.
So Snyder out to have a little chat with Kolarek, and again, just one little boot. I mean, there have been misplays in this game by the Rays. The first error by Ji-Man Choi didn't hurt him. The throwing error, the wild pitch, though, I mean, if Wilmer Font doesn't throw that wild pitch, it's revisionist history, but you could sit there and say, all right, well, got a ground ball double play. We're out of that inning. It's still a 5-0 game. And then here you get Longoria for that first at bat, and maybe the whole inning changes for the Rays, but now the whole inning's changed for the Giants.
Given extra outs.
They're a veteran team.
That's it.
And Brandon Crawford 1 for 3 in the game today. Rays infield back. They'll give up a run to get it out in the pitch. And it hit him. This inning is unraveling for the Rays. Bases are full of Giants with nobody out. And before Geraldo Parra comes up to the plate, let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Rays Baseball Network.
WTAE St. Petersburg, WBTP HD3 Clearwater, W224BE Brandon, and W237CW Pinellas Park.
With Andy Freed, I am Dave Wills, and what was once a 5-0 lead is now down to 5-2, and the go-ahead run is at the plate for San Francisco. And Geraldo Parra, bases full, nobody out. Kolarek from the stretch, and the pitch is low for ball one. Again with Andy on Dave, John Murray, our engineer here at the ballpark. Tom Ponzo back at our studios in Tampa, Florida. The Giants with their backs up against the wall, now trying to come all the way back here in the 8th inning, and now time called. And it all started with a dribbler to the right side that Brandon Lowe mishandled. A double and a hit by pitch, and
they have woken up this crowd, which was silent all day.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 strike. Castillo's ready down the right field line. The question is, when he comes in, is it going to be still 5-2 with the bases loaded? Is it going to be a little closer? Kolarek, a long look in. Lefty against lefty. Runners lead. They're everywhere in the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. I mean, if you're Kolarek, you've been here, kind of done that. You think about his appearance at Yankee Stadium last year. But it's not something you want to have to repeat too often. Longoria leads at third, Posey at second, Crawford at first. Again, the Rays infield, they're back. They'd love to get two and give up only one. Now Kolarek ready to go, the 1-2 pitch. Strike three called over the outside corner. Parra didn't like it and has some words for Kerwin Danley, but it looked like a pretty good pitch. What a punch out there for Adam Kolarek. And that's a big out, number one.
Kevin Cash has come out to talk to Danley. They're going to make some sort of a double switch, it looks like here.
Or do you move Kolarek to an infield position?
They could do that.
You bring him back for Panic.
Alvarado's going to go down to the bullpen where Castillo's currently warming, and let's see what the Rays are going to do here.
Daniel Robertson has grabbed the glove.
He was about to come onto the field, and now he stopped.
Willie Adames, who had made the last out in the previous inning, will be leaving.
Castillo's coming in.
G-Man Choi.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Bree.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
Crushed it! Next up, lumpy heads.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
Breaking down all things Rays daily at high noon, the Pat and Aaron Show on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Diego Castillo is in the game, and Daniel Robertson comes in as well to take off Willie Adames at shortstop. So a double switch, National League style here. Castillo will hit the number 7 position of the order, which is where Adames' spot was. So the pitcher spot won't come around for a full turn. This means Daniel Robertson hits in the number 9 position, and he'll hit second in the 9th. But right now, heavy lifting for Castillo. 5-2 Rays, 3 on, and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
Again, with the bases full, Castillo's first pitch, and it was head high, and Miller had to duck out of the way of that one for ball 1. Pilar today has flied to center, flied to right. Now the right-hander again ready to pitch. That one skims the inside corner. 87-mile-an-hour slide piece, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pilar 0 for 3 as a Blue Jay against Castillo last year.
Infield looking at turn 2 to get out of this inning. The 1-1 from Castillo to Kevin Pilar on its way. Inside almost hit him, and the count now 2 balls, 1 strike, 99. And that fastball right there. Righty ready from the belt. Runners lead. They're everywhere. And the 2-1 on its way. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Robertson tested. Flips to second out. Go to first. Double play! Diego Castillo gets the job done. He gets Kevin Pillar to hit into the inning-ending double play. It goes 6-4-3. That's a Tech Data double play, and it's a big one. And we'll tell you about it when we come back. We go to the ninth. Rays 5. San Francisco 2 on the Rays Baseball Network.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
We're not just about hair. We're also about convenience. Sport Clips app. Check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
Convenience.
Sport Clips!
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding.
Watch. Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream with no annual contract.
Stud. Carries himself well. I like his confidence.
He's been, dominant the last couple of years, and he's fun to watch.
Best player in the game. I mean, I think if you ask all the guys in the big leagues, you'll get the same answer.
Baseball is full of big moments, but in the World Series, there's only one moment worth collecting. The moment when America wins a free taco from Taco Bell. Who will steal a base in the World Series and be America's taco hero? Steal a base, steal a taco.
It's Purple Fest at Tomcat's Bistro. Try our new Purple Bait Bite.
Or on car insurance. 2, the first cheesemakers were entrepreneurial mountain goats. And 3, it's easy to switch at Geico.com. You could save hundreds. Goat cheese.
Hey, this is Matt Quattrero. Rays Baseball continues now on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
Well, it was a Tech Data double play to end that 8th inning, and with that outstanding play, Tech Data donates another $250 to Children's Dream Fund, bringing this season's total to $1,750. For more about Children's Dream Fund, visit childrensdreamfund.org. Mark Melanson comes on the pitch here in the ninth. Rays with a 5-2 lead. It'll be Michael Perez, Daniel Robertson, and then the top of the order in Austin Meadows. Would like for a little insurance. Melanson pitched in a couple of games already this spring or this season. 2 2/3 innings. It's not a lot of run. Take it through the play-by-play here in the ninth and hopefully bring us home a winner. Here's Andy.
That'd be nice, Dave. I feel a little better now than I did a couple moments ago. The first pitch, fastball from Melanson too low. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, bases loaded, none out. The Giants got nothing. Strikeout and double play. Rays bullpen comes through. Kolarek and Castillo. Melanson throws. Perez takes a strike over the inside. Breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez with a double and a run scored. Back in the 7th, he struck out and fly to center in 3 trips. 1 for 3 so far. Melanson out of the windup. Now pitches. Outside. Melanson's had an interesting career. I mean, he's a guy that has had either some success or has just been a bust. I mean, the Red Sox tried to make him their closer. That didn't work out. He had mixed success with the Yankees. He's had better success in the National League. 2 balls and a strike. Really good year with the Pirates. There's strike 2 called. Perez at the bottom of the zone. And 2-2. And, he was going to be the closer here, but that hasn't worked out so much. Will Smith is going to get more of the closing duties. Melanson coming in with his team down by 3 in the ninth. Right-hander out of the line. The shift is on the right side of the infield, and Perez starts to go and did hold back. He did not go on appeal. It's 3-2. So full count. And after seeing what happened last inning, just to add on here, you can start putting the other team away. And there it was, Dave. That run that Perez scored in the 7th. We always see how those late in the game runs are hard to get back. The Giants would have had the tying run in scoring position with nobody out had that Rays 5th run not come home back in the 7th. Perez takes ball 4. He's on base for the second time. A leadoff walk. So Michael Perez begins the Rays' top of the ninth.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
I mentioned here the Tampa Bay Times are doing a special offer with 50% off unlimited digital access, including all the Rays coverage and content on their e-newspaper daily and their apps. And when you sign up, use the offer code GORAYS. Here in the ninth, Daniel Robertson comes up for the first time with Perez at first, and he will draw a throw. Alvarado is warming up at the Rays bullpen. Looks like we'll see him in the ninth. The Giants are scheduled to have Joe Panik, the pitcher spot, and then Steven Duggar. Nobody out. Perez leading a first. Ball gets loose from the Rays bullpen, and it's on the field as the ball is fouled away to the right side. Two baseballs on the field at the same time.
Yeah, here a crack of the bat, and you see the ball rolling on the infield. And yet the ball off the bat was the one going into the seats down the right field line.
Man. There's been talk of moving these bullpens to maybe a Wrigley Field type situation where they're underneath or hidden. I like when they're on the field. I like when you can see who's warming up. 0-1 the count to Robertson. And the pitch is lifted in the air towards medium left. Playable for Gerardo Parra. In a couple of steps, reaches up and pulls it down for the first out of the ninth inning.
You do. But a lot of the players don't like the fact that the mound comes into play down the line when you're chasing after foul territory. And who was it? Buck Showalter didn't like ours because we didn't have bathrooms down there. I mean, it doesn't look like they have bathrooms here either.
Doesn't look like they don't even have benches down there. Here's Austin Meadows. He has doubled in a run. He is 1 for 4 overall. 5-2 Rays, top of the ninth. Now the first pitch to Meadows at the knees, called strike with the off speed. And it's 0-1. The wind has died down. It was blowing rather steadily off the San Francisco Bay and towards center field. But now the flags aren't doing much. So it's changed. As it's clouded over, we did have some bright sunshine for a while, but now field in full shadows. Meadows takes outside corner breaking ball. Strike 2 right at the knees. Backdooring him. No balls, 2 strikes. 41,000 plus. They were getting rowdy there in the 7th and the 8th innings, but the Rays bullpen pulling the plug. They have settled back down, and the Rays 3 outs away from spoiling their opening day. 0-2 the count to Meadows, who has a couple of home runs. And the pitch bounced in. Good block by Posey. You know, I don't know if they're going to catch Posey back-to-back days. Bruce Bochy says that they could. He did not catch back-to-back games in spring training. Day game tomorrow, day game Sunday. You know, who we don't know who's going to be starting/opening yet for the Rays, but Eric Kratz, 38-year-old veteran they just signed, I would imagine would start one of the next 2. Had a good division series last year for the Brewers against the Rockies. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Melanson to the stretch and pitches. Meadows takes outside with a fastball, and Posey held it, but it was away, said Kerwin Danley. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Now the wind picks up a little bit, going back out towards center. 2-2 the count to Meadows. His double went up the gap in left center. That gap is wide open still. They've got power up and left a couple of steps towards the foul line. 2-2 the count. Left-hand batting Meadows waits and takes down and in. 3-2. So full count. Melanson, who on opening day turned 34. Batter and reliever. Gets the sign he likes from Posey. That's a veteran battery there. 3-2. Throw to first. Perez back in. I think he runs pretty well for a catcher, but I'm not so sure you're going to see him trying to run here. But it is 3-2. Alvarado is ready to go in the bullpen. He's just standing and watching. What for now is a safe situation. 3-2 the count. We'll watch Perez at first. He does not go, and the payoff pitch, grounded, hit to the mound, goes back into center field, base hit. Perez up to second base, and Meadows with a 2-hit day. And it's 2 on and 1 out. And here comes Tommy Pham.
It's one of those things, too. If he had started the runner, middle infielders might have been heading towards second base, might have had a chance to make a play there, but Michael was not running, and so Meadows picks up his second hit of the day. And a chance for Tommy Pham, who extended his on-base streak with a single back in the third, to pick up his third run batted in, if not more, if he can find an open space somewhere.
You know, say the Rays blow it open today, say Tommy gets a hold of one, and then you got Alvarado all hot, you probably will still bring him in. Although not necessarily, but he's the only man warming in the bullpens. Either that or you carry Castillo back over. But let's see what happens here first with Pham. Tommy, 1 for 4. Setting some Rays history today by getting on base for the 40th consecutive game. Single to right back in the third. And Melanson's first pitch. The right-hand batting Pham on its way. Popped him up. Should be the infield fly rule, and it is. Evan Longoria on the third base side of the infield. Catches it anyway for the second out. Tommy Pham doesn't make many first pitch outs. But he did that time. He thought he had something to drive. 2 out and 2 on, and it leaves it for Ji-Man Choi. Ji-Man's had a productive day at the plate. A double to left, which started the 4-run rally. He struck out, single to center, and hit by a pitch. Hit by a pitch on an 0-2. Rays 5, Giants 2, top of the 9th. And here's Choi against Melanson. Perez, the runner at second base. Meadows at first. And the first pitch, breaking ball, swung on a miss, 0-1. Once, I'm trying to see what's going on. Something's going on down in the Rays bullpen. Kyle Snyder has just come out and is heading down, talking to one of the bullpen catchers. They have some sort of backup plan going on if the Rays turn this into a non-save situation. But it looks like the message being relayed. I wonder if the phones aren't working, because Snyder just relayed it, I think, to Misha Dworkin, who's going over to talk to Stan Borowski, the bullpen coach.
Well, I don't even know if there's any phones down
there. There you go. There might not be any. 0-1 the count to Choi. The next pitch to him bounced in. Good block by Posey. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I was surprised to hear that Kevin Cash doesn't know Buster Posey at all. You'd think with their lineage from Florida State and being catchers that at some point as part of the catchers union you'd get together. So he met him at the All-Star game a couple of years ago in Miami. But they have not, surprisingly, they've been on parallel paths. They haven't crossed.
Different Bay Areas.
That's right. 1 ball to 1 strike to count to Choi. Again, Perez at second and Meadows off first. Here it comes. Line drive. It's base hit into left field. Perez is rounding third. Linares is going to hold him up as the throw comes in off line. He was waving him at the last second. He had to hold up.
Something happened to Perez.
And then Meadows was already to shortstop. He went back to second. Is Perez okay? Might just be the sudden stoppage.
Linares, he was waving him home from the get-go, and then by the time Parra got to that baseball, he was in very shallow left field, and maybe it's just because of the last-second stop sign that Linares put on, maybe kind of jammed an ankle or knee or something, kind of flexing the left knee and left leg a little bit, but I thought for sure they were going to send him. I really did.
I thought they were sending him.
93 outfield assists, though, for Gerardo Parra since 2010. Leads outfielders in that category. And it wasn't that great of a throw, but his reputation preceded him right there and forced Linares to put the brakes on.
It's like he's already thrown out a runner at first base this year from right field in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So his reputation did help his cause. Bruce Bochy, was that Bochy?
Yeah, I think it was Kurt Young.
Or was that Kurt Young, the pitching coach headed to the mound? I'm having a hard time figuring out these lately. All right, 3 on and 2 out. 5-2 Rays, and here's Brandon Lau with a chance to open it up. Lau is an RBI double, a couple of ground outs to first and a fly to center. And the first pitch to him will have to wait as time called. Perez, Meadows, and Choi, the runners aboard.
Giants had a bases-loaded situation in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Nobody out, had a chance to really make this game a lot closer than it is. And now the Rays can maybe, give these guys back a little taste of their own medicine from 16.
Brandon Lau takes first pitch outside, ball one.
Where it seemed like the Giants in 16 kind of just toyed with us for about the first 7 or 8 innings and then just decided, all right, we'll get a big hit here and win 4-1. Won a couple of close games, but Rays could never get the big hit in that series. Could use another big hit right here.
To add to the lead, 11 hits today for the Rays offense. Lau checks his swing and could not hold back. It's 1-1 strike. Rays don't have a grand slam yet. This year they have a 3-run homer right from Kiermaier. 1-1 strike. Well, the outfield deep, I think a single's going to score a pair with 2 outs. Meadows with a healthy lead at second. He runs well. And on 1-1, slow chopper right back to the mound. On one hop, Melanson underhands the belt, and the Rays leave the bases loaded in the top of the 9th inning. They have left 8 men on for the game. They've got a 3-run lead, and Jose Alvarado is going to check in.
Hey, better. Postseason epic offer. Bet $1 to win $100 if either team gets a hit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, and make it rain.
Blue Emu Super Strength Original Formula is now available in 3 convenient sizes. Whether you need relief at home, in your gym bag, or on the go. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. An official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
If by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
We study the benefits of our tea tree infused, perfectly steamed hot towel with intense focus. Okay, what are we feeling now?
Sport clips.
With the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card.
Rays every morning starting at 6 a.m. Ronnie and T-Kraz on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
So Guillermo Heredia is into the game defensively in right field for the Rays, and Jose Alvarado is on to pitch this bottom of the 9th inning. Rays with a 5-2 lead. It's a save opportunity for Jose Alvarado, who will face Joe Panic, then a pinch hitter. And then Steven Duggar, the scheduled hitter, at the top of the order. Let's see who has grabbed the bat for San Francisco to go into that on-deck area. They don't have. They're one of the teams that on their home jerseys does not have names. And Hervé Solarte has grabbed the bat. He's in the on-deck area. So Joe Paddock to start against Jose Alvarado, who was a social media star here the last couple of days with that 99-mile-an-hour fastball that looked like a wiffle ball the other day.
Yeah, that was incredible. See what he pulls here on Panic. First pitch of the inning is low and inside, ball one, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Joe Panic has walked, fly to center, grounded to second. 3-run Rays lead with Alvarado on the mound. You couldn't ask for much more. That's what you're hoping for. Alvarado from the stretch and pitches. Fastball, he's got a strike. 96 of the belt on the inner half. It's 1-1. It's cooled down here in San Francisco. It's definitely jacket weather, maybe even light coat weather. But the rain is held off. The offense enough early. And the pitch, low grounder towards third. Diaz charges and fields and juggles it for a 3rd error of the game by the Rays. Oh, they're just giving the Giants about 30 outs today.
And I'm not even sure if he comes up with it, he was going to get him, because Yandy's footwork was not very good. I don't know if he was going to be able to get him. He was trying to set himself up. Panic broke out of the box a little bit late. And Not sure. They calling it an E5 or a hit? I haven't heard. Calling it a hit.
Base hit, okay. Infield single then for Joe Panik. You know, when you let the bottom of the order guys get on, you're getting closer and closer to the power, and you really don't want to see Belt and Longoria and Posey to center. Here's Yangervis Solarte to pinch hit, the former Blue Jay. And Alvarado the stretch. Solarte switch hitter batting right-handed. Fastball called strike, 0-1. Really, you think about it, as good as the Rays defense has been, the last team to make an error, and they've made 2 and could have been 3 today. So you're giving a team that's got 27 outs to play with about 30 outs. Solarte, 31 years of age, a non-roster invitee, made the team. And he checks a swing, and it's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year with the Blue Jays, 226, 20 doubles, 17 homers, and 54 batted in. But of those 17 home runs, 16 were hit before the All-Star break.
Talk about open tryouts. A couple of Rule 5 guys and a couple of non-roster guys make this Giants team out of spring training.
1 ball, 1 strike to Solarte. 5-2 Rays, 3 outs to get in the late innings. It's been pulling teeth to get these outs. Alvarado ready, and the left-hander pitches. Too low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Big league teams, man, whether it's a good big league team or not, you start toying around a little bit, falling behind in counts and giving teams extra outs, you're asking for trouble.
Well, and when it takes, we've always talked about this too, there's no time clock technically in baseball. There's a pitch clock, there's some other clocks up there, but it seems like you're taking forever to get to that 27th out. You just seem like you're giving that other team chance after chance after chance to come back, and the Rays have been doing that here a little bit lately.
They have. 2 balls and a strike. Alvarado's pitch. He is high. It is 3-1, and the tying run is on deck. And that's if Solarte gets on. Duggar is on deck. Belt would be after that. There's nobody on the 9th, and a runner aboard. Alvarado behind in the count, 3-1. He's ready to go now. A long hold. He pitches. Very high ball 4. So just like that, the bottom of the order, both get on base, and now the tying run will come to the plate with nobody out. Panik to second. Solarte aboard. And here is Steven Duggar. Then you got some guys with power. Belt's been hit for power in the springtime. He's on deck. Evan would be after that. Visit to the mound by Perez. And here's Steven Duggar. Knocked in a run with a double to left center. In the 7th. He's 1 for 4 overall. Grounded to short, struck out, and hit back to the mound against Glasnow, whose game this still is to win. But why this has become so difficult is hard to. I would not have foreseen it coming. Defense slipping for the Rays today. The wildness out of the pen. And here is Duggar against Alvarado. The first pitch to him. Taken. There's a strike of the knees at 98. It's 0-1.
What do you think about some of the moves the Rays have had to make with the double shifts and the switches? And, I mean, you had the pinch hit. You pinch hit Arroyo earlier. I think that if Arroyo or Robertson hadn't come into the game earlier, they would have been in the game now at third base to be a bit of a defensive upgrade from Yandy Diaz.
Lefty on lefty. Alvarado's pitch in the dirt and blocked by Perez. It's 1-1. The ball and a strike. Alvarado walks back behind the mound, shimmies his shoulders a little bit, takes a look out of the big scoreboard. Deep breath, takes his cap off, comes back up the back slope. He's trying to reset. 1-1. He leans into the waist and looks into the fingers of Perez and says yes to the sign, with 2 runners leading and nobody out. Alvarado throws, swung and missed, and it's 1-2. Fastball at 98 from Alvarado. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. 11 pitches, still more balls than strikes for Jose. A good-looking swing and a miss. He got by Duggar's back. It's Panic at second base, Solarte at first. Look how far to the opposite field the outfield is. They are playing like a right-handed pull hitter's up. But it's a left-handed batter in Duggar. Alvarado comes to the plate. Slow ground ball by Alvarado. Goes to the bag at second. Robertson got it. Steps on second. Throws to first. Not in time. To third base goes Panic, but one out.
The fielder's choice, 6 unassisted. Ball just wasn't hit hard enough for Daniel. He had to come out in front of the bag to get it, and then had to make a flat-footed throw to first base, and Duggar runs too well. Get him out on that kind of a throw. Close play, but look, Duggar. No, well, the Rays are going to have him take. Are they going to have him take a look, or are they going to ask about second base?
About the slide of Solarte. Are they going to review two things?
Well, now what do we got? Or is there an injury? I mean, Mark Vincent's out.
Yeah, what's going on here?
There's all kinds of conversations going on. And now the second base umpire, Trip Gibson, comes in to join in on the conversation.
So they're going to review, and then they're going to have an injury look. And now, and I think Alvarado they were asking about, but Alvarado waved off Cash, and Cash waved him off, and he's going back to the dugout with a smirk. And the Rays are reviewing, but the big scoreboard in center, it's really close, but it looks like Duggar beat it.
I think he did.
And obviously that's very important because Belt is coming up as the tying run. And Belt, who had 4 homers in the spring, hit 370 in Scottsdale.
Whoa. We're calling him out at second base. Or are they? No, all right, yeah, that's it. They just said he is out at second base, so safe at first. That was, for a second, I thought they were going to call the slide rule because he didn't slide. But it was a rather demonstrative Kerwin Danley.
You had me jumping out of my chair for a minute.
I mean, I saw him point to second and point out, and I'm thinking, wait a second. But then he pointed to first and said save.
Right. So the Rays are probably reviewing both. All right, it's first and third, one out, and Belt's the tying run, and this is a scary situation. He's hitting for power these days. 5-2 Rays, one out, bottom of the ninth. Panic at third base, Duggar at first, and here comes Belt. Alvarado's first pitch to him. Check, swing, and a miss. And boy, had him looking bad there at 99. 0-1. Will Smith's been warming up, and he's ready for the Giants out in their bullpen. But the Rays, won a 10th. Giants only had 3 hits against Glasnow over 6 innings, and they've collected 5 hits against the bullpen ever since. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Isn't it something, too, Dave, in this game where we're seeing Evan Longoria against the Rays? He's on deck with 1 out in the ninth. Barring a double play, he'd come up in a pressure situation. I say the baseball gods tend to find you. Well, they'd be putting a spotlight on that. 0-2 the count. Let's see if Alvarado can get Belt first. There's the big deep breath. The left-hander into the motion and throws. Grounded up the first baseline foul. And it stays 0-2.
Still a pretty big swing by Belt.
Yeah.
For a guy that, watching the Dodger game a couple of nights ago, really did a good job in a situation like this of shortening his swing and still hitting it out. But spoiled that pitch off at 99.
He did. No balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Belt. Fly to center, hit a tapper out in front of the plate that Perez took care of. Singled, stole a base, grounded a short, 1 for 4. And the pitch. Bounced in, blocked out in front of the plate. On his way to second is Duggar, and he'll make it. There goes the double play, and it's second and third. Did they say wild pitch?
Yep.
So Alvarado committing the wild pitch. Boy, it was.
Really cleared the grass.
Perez, another super job. He's been great back at the plate once again today. And now the double play won't happen, and it's second and third, and the single could make it a 1-run game. The outfield very deep all the way around. 1-2 to Belt. Jose Alvarado on top and ready to go. Down the hill he comes. Struck him out swinging at 2 down. Brandon Belt strikes out. Alvarado has the Rays 1 out away, and of course, it would just have to be that the man coming up is Evan Longoria. The man who came up with so many big hits for the Rays over his 10 years with the club. None bigger than the one that won the wild card game at the end of the 2011 season. He likes the big moment. He always has since coming up in 08. His first ever home run against the Yankees was a big one. It helped erase a giant deficit back in 08. A clutch player in the pitch to Longoria, taken, strike of the knees, and it's 0-1. You know, and Evan at age 33 probably isn't the same player that he was at age 23, but I think seared in our mind are so many big moments that as he comes up in that familiar batting stance that you can't help but flash back to all the magic he provided. And he's got a flair for the dramatic, and the 0-1 pitch from Alvarado. Swing and a foul straight back, and the Rays are a strike away. It is 0-2. Evan today is struck out looking at a great curve by Glasnow. Line to right on a sliding catch by Meadows. Popped to right and reached on second baseman Lau's error. 0-2 the count. 5-2 Rays, 1 out to get with 2 down in the ninth. Panic at third base and Duggar at first. Alvarado ahead 0-2. Watching the fingers of Perez. He goes through several different signals. Alvarado still peering in and looks towards third. Now he's got the sign he likes. And here comes his 0-2 pitch. Talongo swinging a foul, and I don't know how Evan got a piece. At 99, that ball seemed to be by him, and he just nicked it on its way to the backstop. 0-2 the count to Longoria. Man, that will live in the Rays record books probably for as long as the Rays franchise exists. And he's up in a key spot in his first game ever against them. He's a California kid, of course, from Southern California, went to Long Beach State. And the crowd making some noise in support of him. 41,067, a sellout crowd for the Giants' home opener. Runners lead and 0-2. Alvarado with a stretch. His pitch lifted in the air towards right, but playable. Heredia is in his tracks waiting. He's under it. Longoria has made the final out. The Rays have won in San Francisco. They spoil their home opener, and the big 4-run first and Tyler Glasnow combined to beat the Giants on this Friday afternoon by the final score of 5-2. Glasnow goes to 2-0 in the year. They beat Derek Rodriguez, and the Rays made that first inning hold up, and the bullpen shaky a little bit, but they got the Giants from the 6th inning on to leave 6 men on base. Their offense non-existent in the first 6, and then they kept threatening in the bottom half, but the Rays end up holding on. 5-2 the final. The Rays win in the Giants home opener. We'll come back and hope to go down onto the field for an interview right after this on the Rays Radio Network.
Want a way to jump out of your days and cool down from the Florida Rays? Made Coffee Cold Brew is your answer. Made Coffee Cold Brew is, you guessed it, made right here in Tampa Bay. With its smooth, refreshing flavor and instant jolt of caffeine, Made is the go-to beverage to energize your Florida lifestyle. At the gym, studying for exams, at the beach, on your morning commute, or on the boat, we are the convenient quality cold brew. Perfect for embracing the active, warm weather lifestyle. Made in Florida, for Florida. Want to learn more? Visit drinkcoldcoffee.com. Stock up today at your local public supermarket.
He struck him out, and the Rays win. They hang on over the Boston Red Sox.
The Rays and Red Sox open a season-long fight for the AL East title with a 3-game set at Tropicana Field. Join your Rays as they wear their Devil Rays throwbacks on Saturday, April 20th. All fans will receive a Ryan Stanek bottle opener presented by Republic Bank while supplies last. Visit RaysBaseball.com today. The 2019 season is presented by Tampa General Hospital. Rays up!
For 50 years, the Crown Automotive Group has been the dealer you've turned to for all of your automotive needs.
And they're still as driven as ever.
Like helping to build up our community for over 50 years now and been the official car and truck dealer of your Tampa Bay Rays since the beginning. Yes, the good folks at Crown, quality people and quality automobiles, and most importantly, customer-oriented dealerships. It's kept me coming back for years.
For a dealership experience driven by community.
Rays fans choose Crown Automotive, and so do I.
The better way to buy for 50 years.
Support comes from Siete Family Foods, makers of grain-free Mexican-American food. Every day is Taco Tuesday with Siete grain-free tortillas and tortilla chips. Available at grocers across Florida. Chips now available in Publix, Fresh Market, and Sprouts. On Instagram and at sietefoods.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Stanek. You're listening to Rays Baseball on 95.3 WDAE and AM 620, your home of the Rays.
Rays win. Rays win. They beat the San Francisco Giants 5-2 on the San Francisco Giants home opener of 2019. They scored early and often and made it hold up, Andy Fried. And as we were saying during the break, maybe got a little more white knuckler than we wanted it to at the end. But in the end, the Rays were able to make some pitches, and another frustrating loss for the San Francisco Giants. We said at the beginning of the game, when you're coming into the game like they are, where they've lost some 1-run and 2-run games, today it's a 3-run game, but they are 2-6 for a reason. They just can't seem to come up with a big hit.
No, and, their offense really got nothing going against Tyler Glasnow today. And credit to Tyler. He was very, very good. And I'll tell you, Dave, chalk up another one for not letting spring training worry you. It was not a great spring training for Tyler, and yet he ends up being one of the big stars of the game today. His 6 innings were